this thing on? What's up? I don't know if anybody's here, and that's fine. We're not gaming today. We are doing a whiskey stream today. If something's jacked up, I apologize. I have my upstairs thing. What up, Kazooie? I got my upstairs webcam on here on a weird tripod with USB to USB-C adapters. It's just the jankiest setup, but that's fine. We're small here. What up, Kazooie? How you doing, buddy? I know you don't like whiskey, but I'm happy that you're here. What we're doing today's Ardbeg Day. I don't really know what that means other than they've been doing it for a while. Do you know anything else? This is Scotchfather, by the way. He is gigantic, as you can see. Now that I'm... Stand up. Just stand up. Okay, I am fully standing. This is how this works. So, like, holy shit, you're short as... That is Kazooie, yes. 5'9", doesn't feel short until you go by a huge person. Anyway... do you know anything about Ardbeg Day?
No, they started doing it, I think, in the 70s, but it's been part of, like, the whole Uigedail celebrations and all this other stuff, and honestly, it's more of a marketing thing than anything.
I think they're releasing Heavy Vapors today.
The Heavy Vapors is out, but a lot of the distilleries do releases right around the beginning of summer, or end of spring, I should say. Like, Lefroy just did their Carchus release, White Port Madeira. They've got the Heavy Vapors that's coming out, so it's just this time of year. They start doing stuff, keep interest up.
I don't know if you know anything about distilling, Kazooie, but Heavy Vapors is a release that is not using a purifier in the distilling process. So you get all these smokes right here. These all use purifiers. But this Heavy Vapor coming out is supposed to be like a full-blown smoke experience. So I don't know if it's a gimmick or what, but, you know.
I've had some of the Heavy Vapor stuff in the past, and it's really good. It's very punchy, and it's very intense. Now, that being said, it's also really friggin' expensive.
Yeah, I bet.
So, there's a reason I don't own a bottle.
I'm going to zoom in my stream, by the way, because it's hard to read Kazooie's awesome chat. He said, nice to see you, Scotchfather.
Nice to see you, sort of, Kazooie.
He's in Canada. We
Nice.
discussed last night Dorito flavors. And their bag of chili spicy Doritos is black. Ours is purple. So we thought it was completely different Dorito flavor. But no, they're the same, just different bag colors.
That's weird.
And they don't have little Debbies up there.
Yeah, they
Doesn't
do.
that suck?
I mean, that's poor
Because
bastards.
we were talking about zebra cakes, and he didn't know what a zebra cake was. It's kind of upsetting. Anyway, if we get more people in, what we're doing today
So
is
he basically lived in communist China. That's what
I guess,
picking up.
yeah.
Okay.
We've got 6 Ardbegs. We've got Enoa, Beastie, 10, Uigedail, 25-year, and an Ardcore. Now, Ardcore is just like a committee release. They just do one like every so often and just do random stuff. Don't really know what this bottle specifically is because it doesn't really say, but Scotchfather thinks it's more bourbon. What we're going to do for the Ardbeg stuff is I'm going to close my eyes. He's going to show you guys what he's pouring me. And then I'm just going to talk about it and try and figure out which one it is. I'm going to do the same thing for him. We're going to hand that off. I'm going to have 3. He's going to have 3. We're going to swap it out. We're not going to do the same one each. And so we'll go through all 6 at that point. If you have any questions about the Ardbegs, we can just do that. Otherwise, here to have fun and talk. You can, Kazooie, I know you're the only one here currently, but you can talk like you normally would. We can talk about Zelda if you want. We can talk about anything. Don't care. We're here to just have some whiskey, have a nice chat, see what's going on. Now, I brought the black glass, but I don't think the black glass matters because you guys can't see the actual whiskey on these. So what I'm going to do is
I've
I'm
got
just
my
going
clear
to...
ones. So
I only have my one clear one, so I'll just spit water like a nasty person and then swirl it around.
that works.
So what we're going to do is I'll close my eyes. He will show what he's pouring out, and I'm going to try and I'll tell you what I smell and everything like that, taste it, and try and guess which one it is. I guess we can keep score, not that it matters. But while he's doing that, I'll just talk because I'm really good at talking. So he's also using a quarter? Is it a half ounce?
No, this is, you're going to get maybe a half ounce, maybe a little bit less.
Okay.
But the last time we did a little tasting of this...
See, hold on. See how small I am? I got absolutely housed with if you saw the last 2 videos of the Scotchfather, which has been a long time.
It
It had you like a long
winter
time ago. Yeah, so those 2 videos were recorded the same night. And he was pouring full ounces of these whiskeys. And if memory serves, I think we had like 6 in one video and like some in another. So I think I ended up having like 9 ounces of whiskey that night.
You basically had
a cup, like a big cup.
Yeah, you had a full cup plus of whiskey.
Are you pointing, by the way?
No, not yet.
Oh.
You didn't tell me you were ready.
Oh, I'm covering my eyes.
I thought you were demonstrating what you were going to be doing. You didn't say start the pouring.
Start the pouring.
All right.
Cover my eyes.
Okay.
So, and after we were done recording, we had a dram afterwards.
We did.
And he's, he was here for probably like 4 hours. And we probably didn't start drinking until probably like 3 hours of drinking. So he drove home, and he's like 35, 40 minutes away. And then I went upstairs, and I threw up in the sink. I got crushed. The next day, I could not with my whole body the next day. And by the way, this is a sad admission. This has only happened that one time, I promise you. That stream, I don't even remember which one it was. I'll have to go back and check it. That stream, I drank apple juice. It wasn't whiskey. Sorry, Kazooie, I know. It was a lie. I couldn't drink alcohol that night. I think I might have admitted it on there.
By the way, you're good.
Or something. Oh, I'm good?
Yeah.
I think I might have admitted it there. But that's what happened with that. So
yeah.
We're not going to get
I felt a little bad because, as you can see, I'm like 2 of him.
Yes.
So, didn't hit me as hard.
Oh, my God, this smells fantastic. Whatever this is.
So, also, I had intelligently laid down a giant base of food prior to that tasting. So
I didn't do that.
I felt completely fine. The next day was fine. It was no problem for me. And so when he texted me, I was like, yeah, I just threw up in the sink. I felt a little bit bad. I mean, I laughed, as you would.
You would absolutely have to laugh at that.
But I still felt a little bit bad. So yeah, we're not doing that tonight. We're doing tiny pours. And honestly, like, I hate to waste whiskey, but we're doing a lot of tasting, so if you don't want to finish something, I won't...
Oh, okay.
You don't have to.
It won't be a want. I am also a solo dad again tonight. Miss GC is drunk on wine right now. So, she's down in Virginia. But, one second. Yeah, Kazooie, I haven't gotten Luke Bro's stream audio set just yet. I think it's just one small thing that's going on. And once he tells me what capture card he's using, we could be able to get that done. This punched me like a smoky, sweet cloud, just right into my nose.
Okay.
Oh, I like the color of this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I don't know what it is yet. So the goal is to try and get the right answer here. So, ooh, there's the brine. There's some nice meaty brine there. You're gonna get all of these are gonna have some brine.
If you don't get brine on an Ardbeg, just cut your nose off, because that's just like part of the standard palate for an Ardbeg. Except for some older ones. I had a 30-year Ardbeg one time that was like almost no brine whatsoever. It was just pure fruit and smoke. It was really nice.
That is sweet, and I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what you did to me. I don't know what he did to me.
Only good things.
So this is very, very, very sweet, and also, I guess I underestimated how small a half ounce was.
Yeah.
Like, that's super minuscule. I thought, because I even said, hey, dude, let's do a 1/4 ounce. He was like, no, it's like a sip. This is very small, so I shouldn't get house today. No. So. Okay, so I'm going to say which ones I don't think it is. I don't think it's 10.
All right.
Because 10, not that it's going to sound like a bad word, harsh. This wasn't harsh. I'm between 3 right now. I'm between the Enoa, the Uigedail, and the 25-year. And the 25-year, I'm trying to remember, because, again, I did review this, but I don't touch it because it's so freaking expensive. So I don't drink it a lot, but I'm definitely sharing this with you today. Let me do this last sip. But there is a lot more salinity in there than I remember from this, so we're going to cut that out.
Okay.
I'm going to be wrong, like normal, but that's fine. I'm going to go with the Uigedail.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
What do you think? Should I tell them now?
Yeah, do you guys, am I going to get the answer? Yeah, tell me now.
All right. Yes, you got it correct.
Yes! It's the Oog! We love the Oog. Yeah, so, I'm going to say, I got it right. Excellent. Let me look at Luke Bros here. Oh, you had a flat tire? No, dude, flat tires suck.
That is the worst. Sorry, man.
You know what, though? Luke Bro, you are the laddiest of lads, so I guarantee you did it really quickly and amazingly. So I'm glad you're here. Don't ever apologize for being late to my stream. You are more important than me. So I'm glad that you're here anyway. Got the first one right. So I'm going to spit water in my glass real quick. Hold on.
We keep it classy here.
And we're going to be absolutely cleansing our palate. There's a gnat in here, by the way.
Yeah, you guys saw me like going like this. I'm not hallucinating. There's a tiny gnat going
You
around.
might be. Oh, Zelda's is in the house. What up?
Snag it.
In what world is Qdoba S tier? Oh, he read the Discord. Okay. In the place that I work, they had a Qdoba in the cafeteria. And I'm going to say, if you put Diablo Queso on anything, it's going to be S tier. I don't care. Qdoba is amazing. Chipotle is good, but their queso sucks. And I said strictly in that message on Discord that I think it was the queso that made them S tier.
I will say
it was good as shit.
I love Chipotle. In preparation for this, I had a gigantic double steak, double chicken burrito bowl. And as much as I hate to do it, I'll agree. I would prefer Chipotle, but if they could somehow like steal the Qdoba queso,
it's the queso.
They would be perfect.
It's absolutely the queso.
Chipotle would be perfect if they could somehow get that queso. Because yes, their queso is ass.
And Qdoba does breakfast bowls with eggs and steak and queso. It's amazing. Zelda says, "What up, Scotchfather?" Luke Bro had a soccer mom parked next to it. Dude, soccer moms, how short was their hair? Okay, how short was the hair on that? Now, Scotchfather is going to close his eyeballies. And so we just did this one, if you missed it. This one was a amazing, very sweet, I almost said saline.
By the way,
salty, meaty, smoked,
I don't
awesome cloud.
I don't feel like I'm going to do well at this, mainly because I have gone so far into like Highland, Speyside sherry bombs.
Well, good. I hope you suck at it.
I have been so far off the smoke
That's what we need.
I'm like, I don't have high confidence with this.
So I'm going to show you guys the bottle, and I got to swipe back and forth because I don't have two monitors down here. So we're doing that one. That's the one that we're doing. His goal was to figure out what it is. Oh, I need to use this. Did you cleanse the jigger?
I wiped it out, yeah. Okay. But, I mean, it's got nothing but smoke in it anyway.
You're smoke.
So. You mean I'm a smoke show?
Yeah.
Baby.
Okay, hold on. I'm not done. Not done. Sorry. Oh, dude's Chess here? What up, Chess? How we doing? All right, Scotchfather, you are free to look.
All right.
He's going to give us his notes. And you guys can ask me any questions about the whiskey or whatever is going on. I'm going to read chat right now. Oh, what did your girlfriend bake?
Holy. Whoa.
You guys know which one I picked.
All right. So, first thing off the nose is that brine. Holy crap. This is a glass of salt water.
First of all, you know which ones these are, obviously. Have you had all these? I don't think you've had the 25.
I've had the 25, not with you, okay. But at another tasting. I've had all of these except... No, yeah, I've had all of these.
Yeah, these are all... Yeah. Ardbeg is a lot of standard stuff, and their special releases you cannot find unless you go to like an auction site or anything. So, these are all standard. This is the only one... This is actually his that he brought. He brought this one and this one. These four are mine. These are like if you join the free Ardbeg community thing on their website, you can get access to this and the Ardbeg 8, which I might buy. It's like $60. Doesn't seem that bad. So what more notes you got going on?
So off the nose, let's see here. We've got, again, a lot of brine, lovely like dried leather, some really crisp apple and white pepper, some amazing... Oh God, what is that?
Guys, watch how he knows this, by the way. He's just so into it.
There's something in there. It's almost like dried roses, but this is really, really nice on the nose. I love with Ardbeg, the salinity it's like all of these things are just floating in a vat of salt water.
Yeah, it's like it's so salty, like grab it. Like,
yes,
it's physical. It's like a physical.
And
salt.
as someone who's like, I'm a slut for the ocean, I love
ocean slut. You're right, first.
Time to dig into this.
He's thinking. He's thinking very hard. I gotta remember my camera's over here, not here.
All right. No.
Okay, so that's a no.
I don't think that one. I don't think the Ardcore. If it's the Ardcore, I'll be really surprised.
Tell me no why. Tell me why on the no for the Ardcore.
I want to say that the Ardcore has a there's like a banana note on the Ardcore that I'm not getting on this. Definitely not this.
Okay, well, I pushed them forward when we had them, but we know which
No. So. All right, so it's between the Wee Beastie, which is the 5-year, and the 10-year. So honestly, yeah, I'll go the 10.
10. It was the Wee Beastie.
Dang!
So it's 1-0. Boom, 1-0.
You knew I had it narrowed down.
It's so hard to do this, though. It's very hard. I got lucky with this.
That's interesting. That honestly, I'm not. I mean, it was between these two anyway, so I'm not super surprised. I actually don't remember liking the Wee Beastie this much, so
it's a good by itself. If you're just the only gym you have tonight, it's a very solid. I think it's like
that's
$55.
The problem. Is because when I have whiskey at night, unless I'm at my girlfriend's house,
a lot, right? You have a lot.
Well, no, I don't have a ton. I switch between like 3 or 4 drams.
Yeah.
Each one different. And comparing the Wee Beastie to then I'll go to like the Abuna from Aberlour or something.
Oh God, yeah.
And it's just like, well, why the hell did I even do that? So
yeah. The reason that's $55 and the Abuna it's like 110 or whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is. So no, I'm actually glad I got this because I might have to get another bottle of that.
And that's why. So I got these 3 bottles from like the Monster of Smoke 3-pack, and this whole pack was $55, and these are 200 mils. Like, great deal for this because one of these each bottle is $55, so you get 3 for the same price. So let me read chat real quick.
It's about 30% of a bottle. That's not bad.
Okay, so somebody burnt their dessert when they were baking. That's not good. The girlfriend.
Man, that's good.
By the way, what frosting? What's your okay? I want to hear some favorite frosting. Why he cleanses his cup? He spills water all over my floor. So, what's favorite frosting? What's my favorite frosting?
Buttercream.
Hold on, but have you had the Betty Crocker rainbow chip icing with like the pieces of like candy?
I had a childhood. Of course I did.
I love it now. So your favorite now? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. How many points to redeem Coalition? There's not enough points to redeem Coalition.
Look, we will find another Coalition tonight. I'll hunt you down and punch you in the freaking throat.
No, he won't. I will. You know what? He is a big boy, but he's so sweet. I am actually the mean Chihuahua. Like I'm tiny Chihuahua. Absolutely.
Dude, there's a video
I ain't scared.
There's a video I need to send you of like it's Satan.
That's the sprinkles we use.
Chihuahua.
The what?
There's a video I need to send you. It's like when Satan invented the Chihuahua.
Oh God, it's probably okay. It's probably hilarious.
All right,
so we've done this one. Well, the next one's up to you. So I'm gonna cover my eyeballies right now. No peekies, and I'll talk to some people.
See, the other thing is you can uncover right now because like the other thing is I gotta think about like which ones do I want to try?
Exactly. That's the thing, right? So it's like a game. Like if I give you, because if he gives me one. Then I can't use that one.
Yeah,
him, you know.
Yeah. All right, cover your eyes.
All right, I got it. I'm gonna go over here.
I know what we're gonna do.
You know.
All right, so.
I just realized I could look at the stream, so I'm gonna cover both eyeballies.
Oh yeah. Well, hold on. Did you see what?
No, I didn't see anything. Okay. No, I didn't see anything. Scouts. What is it? 3? Is it this one? Is this Scout's honor? Whatever. I'm not a scout. No, my brother-in-law is an Eagle Scout. Actually, badass. You know, represent. I'm actually pretty pumped. This stream's going pretty well. I was scared with this janky Mac OS setup. By the way, Apple, you suck. With not having an integrated Ethernet port, with not having... What happened? Did you spill something?
No, I'm just laughing at you.
With not having a standard USB slot... Like, dude, stop sucking. It should not be this difficult to plug peripherals into my laptop. It's lame. You're not forward-thinking. You're stupid, okay? I don't care.
All right.
Rant over. All right. Ooh, we got a dark boy. All right. Let's see here.
Did you rinse? You did. Okay.
I did rinse. I rinsed. Yeah. Let me read chat real quick. Good cream cheese icing goes crazy.
Oh yeah, cream cheese icing.
Dude, cream cheese icing on carrot cake. That's actually goated.
Dude, my mom makes a homemade
that's really good
carrot cake with cream cheese frosting that will literally put you in a diabetic.
I'm gonna yell at my dog real quick. Hey Bruce, can you stop licking your paw? It's yucky.
Just let the big
He
boy.
foams at the mouth.
Yeah, but he's chilling. Just let him chill.
All right. Bruce, continue to make your bed disgusting. Okay. This is very salty too, which again, it's Ardbeg, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not the 10. Again, when I smell the 10, I get a lot of like not a bad thing, but just way to say it, a harsh smoke with the 10. Because the 10 is just 10 years in straight ex-bourbon.
Yeah.
There's no sweet cut through it or anything like that. They don't do anything special. They don't finish it in anything. So I'm going to say it's not the 10. I'm going to pull that one backwards. I don't think it's sweet enough to be the Anoa, but it might be. And I don't think it's a 25. I at least had this like a month and a half or 2 months ago that this might be it. So it might be, I'm between the Ardcore and the Anoa, which is weird. Because this has sherry in it. I don't think the Ardcore has sherry.
It might have a little bit, but I think it is mostly bourbon.
Okay, let's see here. I'm going to get a sip of this.
Of course, the last time you had the Ardcore, you were wrecked.
I was wrecked. Yeah, okay, that's the Ardcore.
Damn
it!
It is the Anoa.
It didn't.
That sherry sweetness.
I'm not.
As soon as you said, "Wow, this is sweet," I thought, "Oh, he's gonna nail it."
But when I drank it, it was so smooth that even when I have recently had this one, it did have a bit of a smoke bite on it still. That's why I was like, I don't remember this, so I'm just gonna say it was this one. Whatever.
Oh,
that's fine. It's 1-0 until he gets one right, so it's fine. I'm gonna finish this though.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Gotta read the old chat real quick though. Scotchfather, they're not gonna snitch on you. Don't worry about it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
What is both of your favorite whiskeys and why? Woo! I'm gonna let you go. I don't know. He's got probably 10,000 whiskeys in his brain. So right now, what I'm gonna say is, I can't remember it enough, but I'm gonna have like one now. The one that's my favorite whiskey right now is
careful.
Oh my god, is Lafroig 25. This is my favorite whiskey right now. 25-year Lafroig. It is honest to God. We're gonna have Scotchfather try this tonight, by the way. So after the Ardbegs, he brought some more whiskeys, and I'm gonna have him try some more stuff. So we're gonna get sauced up tonight. But it is so creamy. It is so good, and it's less money than this one. Which this was $900. This was like $650, $630. This was just a phenomenal bottle. And I realized on my channel the 04 2020 got a higher score, but that's literally because I was just so damn excited to talk about that bottle that I didn't like stop and just like chill out with the ratings. But like that is my favorite whiskey right now. It is damn good. It is a great thing for special occasions. And if you have somebody that's thinking about Isla's, yes, it's a expensive bottle, but it is so mellowed out because of 25 years in ex-bourbon that the smoke is almost, it's not non-existent, but it's like very, very subtle and very nice. It's just like a coating on top, not like something like a 10 would give you. So that's mine currently.
I've got a lot of whiskeys that I would say, are incredible, but I would say my favorite.
See you, Chess.
Have a good evening. I would say my favorite of all time. And again, I have to make the distinction, and I think it's an important distinction to make. I'm not saying this is the best whiskey I've had. In fact, it's not. I've had many whiskeys that were better. But this one is my favorite. It is the Lafroig 15-year Carchis 200th anniversary release. Limited release, not nearly, decade younger than the 25. But that whiskey is one of the most incredibly well-balanced, smooth, complex, flavorful, joy-filling whiskeys you've ever had in your life. I cried a little bit when I killed that bottle. Sadly, I had to split like half the bottle with my ex. And yeah.
Exes suck.
Yes. But regardless, no, that Lafroig 15 is definitely my favorite whiskey, probably of all time. I'm not saying it won't be replaced. At some point, I'm sure I'll have some other religious experience with another whiskey, but that one was just...
I've never heard that from you, actually. This is the first time I've heard about that bottle from you. Wow.
I don't talk about it too often, because I don't want to cheapen the experience.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
It was a true love. All right, my turn.
Does Ardbeg have a certain flavor profile versus some other? It's depending on what they decide to do with this layout here. This is most of their standard releases that they have. I would just say it's usually pretty full smoke palette. with a lot of extra brine that I would say a Lafroig has. There's a lot of salty meatness in an Ardbeg. That's just me, though.
Additionally, they're going to be mostly, a lot of the times, mostly bourbon with maybe a little bit of sherry to add a little sweetness. So you're going to get a lot of those traditional bourbon-influenced notes in there, but you're not going to get some of the super dark sherry notes that you would get in other Islay whiskeys.
So, by the way, sherry on the Enoa.
Yep.
Ex-bourbon here, bourbon here, sherry here. Wherever my core of reckon bottle is, sherry. I don't know if the 10th bourbon. Maybe a smidge on the Beastie there's sherry.
But it's mostly bourbon.
So, like, this is a vatting of virgin oak, ex-bourbon, and sherry in this guy. So it's like a blend of single malts.
But that's the other thing with a vatting like that, you're not going to get the same influence that you would with a sherry finish or a sherry aging.
Exactly. So, all right, cover your eyes, sir. Yep. No cheating. No cheating. No cheating. By the way, you guys can definitely still redeem. Hey, can you guys check to see if you guys can still get your points? I had to make sure you didn't hear the type of thing I was doing here.
While you're doing that, what do we have left? We have the Ardcore, the 25, and the 10,
the
right?
10er.
Okay, just making sure.
Let me show the folks real quick because I forgot to do that.
Yep. As you're doing that, comparing flavor profiles of Islay whiskeys is a lot of fun. You asked about Ardbeg specifically. I feel like some distilleries can get a little bit one-dimensional with their standard range, and I actually have accused Ardbeg of that in the past. They've gotten a little more adventurous with what we'd call their standard line because they do a lot more no age statement releases with different blends of barrels and whatever. But sometimes it just feels like distilleries are like, hey, this works, and we're just going to keep doing that. The other reason that happens though is because they get bought by a big company like Diageo or Louis Vuitton or something like that. And so they get forced to release the same thing at the same ABV, with the same finish year after year after year, and they can't do much experimentation. So, anyway.
Zeldis, maybe. So you remember that redeem die command? He asked if I had to kill myself. We'll see. Maybe he'll just kill me, but let's see what you got on that bad boy.
Well, it's not the Ardcore.
Okay, not the Ardcore. He's stating it, not the Ardcore right now. By the way, if the stream randomly just decides to die, my dog ran across the Ethernet cable.
He's such a big boy.
I have a Great Dane. He's 140 pounds. He's stupid, but I love him, and he's a big idiot. But
all right, sorry, I got quiet on this one, and it's
he's thinking.
Yeah.
Did we stump him? Ooh, baby, might have.
That's so nice. That is really nice, actually.
What's nice about it?
Sorry, I'm just like...
He's lost in the sauce, guys.
No,
lost in the sauce.
A lot of times, when I get into my whiskey, like, my brain just goes, I am going to now pick this apart into, like, all of its billion components and try to, dissect everything. With the previous one, as soon as I smelled it, I was like, I'm pretty sure I know it's one of those two. With this one, I am a little bit stumped. It's very good, but the reason I stopped all of a sudden is because I said it's not the Ardcore, but then when I tasted it, I got that banana note that I said I only get in the Ardcore. So
we're gonna bring it back.
Yeah, go ahead and bring it back.
We're gonna bring it back.
Oh gosh,
we stumped the guy. No, he doesn't have a point yet.
I don't have a point yet.
Bruce, buddy, can you stop licking your paw? Please, sir.
It's tasty.
It's disgusting. Dogs are gross.
Yes, they are. But they're awesome.
Better
all right. Let's see. In chat, trying to think, like, if I don't get this, what are they going to do to me?
Yeah,
Scotchfather.
If he doesn't get this right, like, I already have a point.
Reputation here.
If he doesn't get a point, like, what happens? You guys need to decide his fate. Like, does he have to take a shot of, like, the worst thing?
No, I'm not doing coalition.
I don't have it. I put it down the drain.
Oh, okay, good. I was going to say, I will break the bottle and cut you with it.
What we could do is get an old bottle I have, put water in it, make him drink the old bottle, the stuff at the bottom. Because, like, I have a really old bottle of Springbank that has nasty old stuff in the bottom, and just make him drink out of the bottom of that. How about that?
Remember who you're talking to?
I know.
No. I've done that many times.
Oh, gross.
That's not something you're gonna scare me with. I'm like, ooh, actually, yeah. Can I pick the bottle? Because any of those would be fine.
Okay, well, better than Coalition. Even gross old whiskey film is better than Coalition. All right, we got to get that Jeopardy music playing. I had that on.
No, I think it's the 10.
It was the 25, sir.
It was between those two.
It was the 25.
Again, the freaking 10 is tripping me up, man.
Very hard. But here's even though, here's the thing though. Here's the best part about going last.
Yeah.
You're going last. That means you're gonna get it. So you all make the point at the end. I have pressure now because I have a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, you do.
You know, so if I don't get it, I mean 50-50, but like should be able to suss it out. So
the weird thing is,
the punishment kazooie does not have to be whiskey based.
It doesn't
at all.
That's true.
But it could be something to do right. Oh, you got it wrong. What have we?
I did get it wrong. I'm 0 for 2, which is terrible.
Well, he is 0 for 2. And if you remember the first video I had with you,
man.
I was 0 for 5. No, I was 1 for 5.
You were 1 for 5.
You were 5
for 5. And
in the next video, we flopped. Yeah, I
falling apart.
Just been in the face there. Okay, hold on.
Oh gosh.
Last one for me, and I kind of like have to get it, so I can actually make sure. This wasn't like a competition, but I think it's just fun. So, cover the eyeballs. While I think about a suitable punishment for Scotchfather, let's see here.
All right, let's see.
I was trying to cover my eyes and not when I let go. I have a bunch of like spots all over my eyeballs. I should have brought Miss GC's like eye cover down that she sometimes wears, which just makes me laugh. That stuff like you'll see those things in movies. There's like the eye covers. Does anybody actually wear those to sleep? I mean, this get darker curtains, right? But regardless, did you show the folks what we were doing?
Oh, they know what I'm doing. Hold on.
Okay, I just want to make sure the whole formatting is fun and whatever. I gotta think about how we're gonna do something to you. I do see. I don't have any terrible alcohol. Uh-oh. So I am solo dad tonight, like I said. So my daughter is currently upset, but she kind of goes through stuff. If I have to go upstairs, Scotchfather is here to take the reins for a bit. So we won't end the stream if I have to go. My 3-year-old is upset. She goes through stuff here and there. Am I good, by the way?
You're good.
Oh, sometimes she wakes up because she has to pee. She shouldn't have to. Sometimes she wakes up because done it. But let's read chat real quick. Make him play through DS2.
Dude.
The game sucks, by the way.
That is cruel.
Dark Souls 2
That is cruel and unusual
sucks.
As far as I'm concerned.
Make him play through DS2 and have to go through every area and every boss. Ooh. Again, more bacon, salt here. Not an insane amount of smoke, though.
Okay.
So, okay, I'm immediately leaning towards the Ardcore. But I feel like... See, now I'm in head games. So, I know that you know that I've had this while pissed drunk.
Yes.
And I have been saying a bunch of stuff about harshness of the 10. Mm-hmm. And by harsh, I just mean like full-on smoke in your mouth and nose. So I'm like, do you want me to think you put the Ardcore here, or you actually put the 10 in here? But okay. Going on straight palate here. Not palate, like nose here. Super light, minuscule smoke with a lot of nice saltiness in there. And, you know, just a little bit of pepper, maybe a smidge of fruit and smoke, but nothing insane. Like, all those things are very subtle. All right. Oh, I guess my sausage on that. I love the meatiness of Ardbeg noses, though.
You do. You are a fan of sausage. That's true.
Especially the Italian ones. All right, let's see. Ooh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. And by the way, I like the color of this too. The colors of lighter whiskeys, they don't necessarily mean they're young. It's just like whatever the barrel on the inside kind of has left in it when they get it, how much color it imparts on the whiskey, or they color it depending on.
I was going to say sometimes
some distilleries color it.
Yeah, unless it says so on the bottle. Usually it'll say non-chill filter, no color added. Unless you see that, it's entirely possible that they added color to it. You can't taste it; it doesn't change it. But
yeah,
it can make it look darker.
Like this looks like a Chardonnay or like a Pinot right now. This looks like a really nice white wine, but this is a nice, very smooth Ardbeg right now.
All right, bring on that Jeopardy music, and what do you think it is? You got to choose.
Ardcore.
Yes and no.
What? Did you do a blend? Did you do a blend?
Since I was gonna get a point regardless,
He did a blend.
Just try them both at the same time and see
Dude,
if you can pick that out.
That's a nice whiskey.
The only problem is this bottle is like $50. This bottle is like $160.
That's really nice.
So I don't want to be doing that very often. But I figured
that's a cool blend.
So it was just funny you brought up mind games because I'm like,
he mind gamed the shit. It's gonna like in the freaking stream for that.
I saw somebody put in LOL all in caps when I did that. So at least I think it was when I did that. So they appreciated the effort there. But yeah, anyway, I feel like me going now would be, there's only one. So
okay, I'm gonna put all 6 in one glass and do a kamikaze at that point.
Oh my god,
that would probably taste like shit. This was a nice mix. I like that. Hold on.
Nice. I was actually wondering how it was going to turn out, mainly because
it's really. You want me to do it for you, or you want to make you a drink? It's really pleasant.
Yeah, make me an Ardbeg cocktail.
It's really pleasant. It's. Did you do?
I just did like a little bit of each.
So you didn't do a half and a half.
No, I just eyeballed it.
This was really nice.
Yeah, not even that.
Oh well, then I'll just do.
No, that's fine. Yeah, just dump it.
That and then no, watch, and then I'll give you back your whiskey. Give you back your whiskey.
And then just a little bit of that.
Do you have a wiper? We need to get some paper towels.
I've got a clean piece of cloth I've been using.
A clean piece of cloth. Okay, oh, by the way, after this, he brought a bunch more. He brought 9 bottles?
I brought 10 bottles.
Okay, that we can have you guys choose what I try, or maybe I am like, oh my god, I gotta try that kind of thing, and then we'll talk about those as well.
By the way, so I was joking around just because I wanted to mess with him on the blend there. So it's kind of like that little Princess Bride, iocane powder, duel of wits type thing. Where
I have no wits.
Where he's like, they were both poisoned. But anyway, I wanted to do that just because one of my favorite things to do when I remember to do it is, and you've actually got a lot of empty bottles, so you could do this.
I have a shit ton.
You make an infinity bottle.
Okay.
Basically, what you do is every time you're about to finish, so like this.
We're learning.
Angel's Envy here.
Okay.
You're about to finish that.
Yeah.
So when you finish it, take 1 dram.
Okay.
Or an ounce, however you want to do it. Put it in one of these empty bottles.
Let
it sit, and then the next time you're about to finish the Aaron or the barrel, 1 dram into the infinity bottle. Every time you're about to finish something, you put it into that infinity bottle. And then, when it's full, you have some.
Oh my.
Every time I've had an infinity bottle, it's been freaking amazing.
Awesome.
So
that's a cool way. Okay.
Recommend.
Infinity bottles. That's a cool idea.
I love infinity bottles. One of the whiskey groups I'm part of, basically we do whiskey tastings every month, and a little bit from every single bottle at those tastings every month. So that's 6 bottles per month. So that's 72 bottles. There's a little bit of each of those in the infinity bottle. That infinity bottle gets split up between all the members at the end of the year at Christmas.
That's awesome.
And we get the infinity dram. And every year it has been unbelievable. It's so good. Because you're getting the best of Islay, the best of Speyside, Highland, maybe some bourbon, Irish, everything in there. It's fantastic.
Zotis just says that Barrel Bourbon has released their own infinity bottle.
Yes.
Have you had it?
I have not had it, but I know they released it. Ooh, that's nutty.
Isn't it? It's, yeah.
That's like a peanut butter.
Like these nuts?
Yes. I prefer booty sweat, but yes. No, it's like really nutty.
Yeah.
Salted
I don't
peanuts.
need these Glen Cairns over here now. I think Barrel makes really, really, really awesome blends. Like, really awesome blends.
That is surprising.
It's really good. Okay, now, Scotchfather is going to go grab his bottles and not knock the camera or the Ethernet. And I'll just talk, and I'm going to move these off. You guys can ask any questions. It doesn't have to be whiskey related. Basically, you guys are the regulars here anyway, so you guys know the whole deal here. So, program update. I will be streaming Hollow Knight next Friday, so I'll be here Friday to do that. I don't know how much more I got of the game. I guess Kazooie can tell me how much more of Hollow Knight's left and like how close or far I am away from Path of Pain. That's all I hear about with that game.
All right, first whiskey that I have brought that you and I have been talking about for a while.
Oh,
boom.
Yes. Oh wait. Yeah. Okay. So we have Octomores. So we gonna start with this. I'm gonna burn my face off first.
I'm glad you mentioned that because we'll close with the Octos because there's definitely other stuff you need to try.
Okay.
But I just wanted to let you know that that's there. We can do the side by side. It's gonna be fun. Before before you remove that.
Yours is clear, isn't it? Yours bottle is
cooler. It's not clear.
Like glass, like it's cool. It's like misty, like you know.
Like frosted.
You had a lot more left than you let on. I thought you had like that much left, and like.
This is a $330 bottle of whiskey. I am savoring it, you bitch. Anyway, so we'll come back to that. Here. I just wanted to let you know that is definitely the closer. That's dessert for the event.
That's dessert. Okay,
actually the first one I do want you to try.
Okay, yeah, because this set absolutely can burst into flames at any given time because myself an idiot.
So,
Kleinlich.
This is the Kleinlich 14. This is their standard bottle. It's about $95. This is one of my favorite whiskeys. You've probably never had it.
Nope.
And I
couldn't even tell you the region or the appellation. I don't think I know Kleinlich.
Huh.
Oh, wait, let me guess. I'll guess after I have it. How about that?
That works.
That'll be a fun thing.
Let me see.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look at the bottle. I'm not gonna cheat.
It says where it's from here, but
I'm not gonna look at it.
You don't know where that is. All right. Anyway,
no, I don't. Go say some.
So Kleinlich, I love Kleinlich. Kleinlich is used mostly in blends.
Oh, okay. Is that because they're grains? Is there a grain malt?
It's not. Well,
I know like most grain malts are used in blends because
there are different reasons why different distilleries are used in blends. In Kleinlich's case, I think I could be wrong, but I think it's because they have such a wonderfully aromatic.
Did you watch this?
Excuse me. No, not yet. They have such a wonderfully aromatic and fruity distillate that it like lifts any whiskey that it's blended with. So you can put that with like a really smoky whiskey, and it would just really come together and make something beautiful.
That'd be cool.
So Kleinlich is used a lot in Compass Box blends.
Compass Box makes good shit, man.
Yes, they do. And they're also
right there.
Yeah. They're also used in other blends, but they are a fantastic distillery. And if you haven't had Kleinlich, if you're at a bar somewhere and they've got it for a reasonable price, just try it. It's really, really good. 14 years old, fantastic.
What's a reasonable price they should look for in a pour of Kleinlich?
Pour of Kleinlich should not cost you more than about $20. It is a $100 bottle, so yeah, $20 for a bottle.
Mark, they gotta make money on that shit.
It's expensive, I know, but it's better to spend $20 if you like it than spend $100 and find out you don't.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, let's.
All right, I'm not gonna cheat. So my goal now is to figure out what appellation this is from. So that's going to be Highlands, Bayside, Lowland, Isla, Campbelltown. I guess islands, even though they're not recognized.
I'm actually going to try to get a little bit of water.
He's going to try some too.
Because this is like really.
Wait, I don't know if Kazooie was around. Hey, Kazooie, do you know how far away I am from Path of Pain, like hourly wise in Hollow Knight? Because like, I absolutely. That's the one thing on my mind, because that stream's going to be death-filled, and I got to prepare my brain for it. And my liver, I think, for that.
So, half ounce here.
So, oh, wait, you've got a lot. Oh, okay, sorry, he did say that. You've got a lot. I was thinking you were talking about whiskey. Got it. I do have dementia, as you have said before. So, yeah. So, I'm trying to figure out the region of this whiskey.
I'm going to have about a quarter ounce myself just to go through it with you here.
There's some sweetness on this. Like, I'd say, I got fruity caramel.
Mm-hmm. This is one of my favorite, like, well, I would say it can't be an everyday sipper at $100 a bottle. But that being said, as you can see, I'm getting a little bit low on this, and I just was like, screw it, and bought another bottle.
God, I can't get over brown sugar either.
A lot of brown sugar, caramel, but there's so much, for me at least.
Floweries.
Well, I'm also getting, the main thing I get, and again, I don't want to influence you.
No.
But I'm getting a lot of, not tropical, but like citrus, like orange, lime zest, lemon zest specifically, with a lot of really good melon notes.
For me, it bleeds in a lot to the other sweetness that, it's not like it over, like, oh my god, lime, you know?
No, it's not just like biting into a lime, but it's very nuanced, and
really nice.
Again, it's such a fantastic bottle of whiskey.
By the way, we are still working through getting a backlog, but we do have a podcast coming. It's just this shorter and just podcast form, obviously. So basically, Spotify stuff, whatever. So we do have 2 episodes.
We've got 2 episodes in the can already. They're done.
All right, we just gotta just do more. I think we should get like 7, maybe 5 going. Yeah. We get a website going. I don't have any time, neither does he. So like, we're gonna get it at some point. But if you like this kind of stuff, we talk about whiskey. Usually. So
cheers. Let's try again. So first thing you're gonna say is on the nose, that sweetness, or I'm sorry, on the palate, that sweetness comes right away, along with a really nice layer of the alcohol right there that just lets you know it's not overly strong. It's only 46%. Lets you know it goes, but it's very light. A lot of fruit. You can actually get a sense of the distillate itself. Like you can taste the barley, the cereal notes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm basically chewing on Cheerios right now.
Yes, very much cereal notes with some of that fruit on there and sweetness.
I can get over that. This is the most cereally finish I've ever had, I think.
Mm-hmm. It's one reason I like it, because it really, the character of the distillate is right there.
Here's what we're gonna do. I know I have a video on this, Scotch 101, that got 70 views, but I got to remember the Lowland distilleries. I don't think this is Lowland. It's Auchentoshan, Bladnoch, and the other one. There's another one, sort of like a whatever. It's not that one. So it's not Lowland. Okay. I know for a damn fact it's not Lowland. So
there's only like 6.
Gonna say it's not an Isla either, and it's not an island. So it's gonna be either Speyside or Highland for me. Because it's not a Campbelltown either. There's no way it's Campbelltown. I know the Campbelltown distilleries. There's 3 of them, and these are not any of those. So between Speyside or Highland. I'm at least right in that vein, huh?
I'm not going to give you crap.
Fine.
It's actually Japanese.
What was this? Was this matured in anything specific or finished in something?
That's a really good question. I don't know if they say for their standard.
God.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, it looks like it might have a little bit of sherry, but it also does not say no color added. So I don't know.
My lizard brain it wants to say Highland so bad. But on the other side of the coin, all of those floral notes I'm getting is like pretty much Speyside does that a lot, has that a lot of those accents in there.
That is true.
So I'm just gonna say I'm on a 50-50. I'm gonna say Speyside.
It's Island.
Damn it!
In fact, it's coastal.
I should have said it because I'm chewing on Cheerios. That's the grain, raisiny. That's all Highland.
This is from Brora, the town of Brora.
Damn.
Coastal Highlands, right on the water.
I'm gonna go move my dog real quick.
Go handle the dog. I'll talk about the whiskey.
Dog?
I mean, we say handle the dog. It's more like corral the horse. Oh, careful, careful, careful. Bruce, go lay down, bud. There you go. Good boy. He's just a big, clumsy boy. A lot like me. So, I mean, I can't be mad at him. He is me in dog form. He drools a lot. He's kind of stinky. And he takes up a lot of space. Anyway, but no, Klein Leash is great. What you said about the cereal notes, it's definitely true. Like, again, some people are turned off by that. Some people are like, ew, it tastes so grainy. And I'm like, yeah, but that is the character of the distillate right there.
You're literally getting, like, the malt.
Like, the barley.
It's awesome.
That's what it is. And so I really like that. All right, so go ahead and finish that up.
So the goal is to not get drunk tonight.
Yeah. Well, so what I'm going to do next is let you guys decide. I'm going to put a couple bottles out. I'll have...
Hello, Susanna.
I might have veto power just in case, because I know...
Veto power?
Well, no. If they pick something that would fry your palate, I don't want to do that. So,
any Islas might be off the table till the end.
But we'll see. So I'm going to put like a couple out here on the table and then see what you guys think you should go to next.
Hey, okay, Kazoo, not next stream Coliseum. Is it that bad? Okay. 2 to 3 streams worth? Oh my god. Okay, the Hotline is bigger than I thought it was. This thing's in a sweet, sweet box. Ooh, Glenallachie. Haven't had... Oh, I just looked at the bottle. Should have done that. I could have had another little thing. Oopsies.
It's okay.
So this is a Speyside. We'll read you guys some of the stuff. This is 2007. This is 13 year. Ooh. Ruby Port. Now, hold on. This is my first time seeing this. Report pipe.
It's just a different type of barrel.
Okay. Is it like skinnier and longer?
One day I'm going to remember all the barrel types and what they look like.
Today is not that day.
Hogsheads, they're freaking barrels. But yeah, there's literally like 24 different types.
So this was bottled on September 2021. And this is a Speyside.
It's technically 13, Port, but it's literally like a month from being 14.
Ruby Port is a Portuguese red wine.
Portuguese is a Portuguese red fortified red wine.
Sweet.
No, there is definitely dry port.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah,
so
absolutely.
Fruity at least.
But very fruity.
So that's cool.
But yes. But anyway, so you've got this this is a single barrel.
It's also cask strength. This bad boy is 62%. So let's do like not a full half ouncer.
Well, hold on.
Oh shit!
I told you.
Oh,
Springbank 15.
Pick this one. Pick it.
Yeah.
Bro, say. Okay, so the gold standard of Campbelltown whiskeys. Now, there's only 3 distilleries, and these are 2 of them. But, 3 of them. So Springbank does Springbank, Hazelburn, and they do Longrow. And Longrow is a peated Campbelltown. And then you have Glen Scotia right there, and then that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Right? No, Kilkerran.
Is it? I thought
Kilkerran.
Oh, no. Yeah, I was sorry.
Kilkerran is owned.
I was confused.
It's another dumb thing. Kilkerran is owned by the company that owns Springbank.
Yeah,
so it's the same effing thing. But
it's
regardless,
all incestuous.
Doesn't matter. This is the gold standard of Campbelltowns, and Scotia is a close second for me. Anyway.
All right.
Awesome.
Next up, Old Carter American whiskey.
You got an American whiskey, America.
66.4%.
Holy shit. Okay, guys. Right now, I'm gonna put a poll up, all right, and you guys are gonna vote which one I do, okay?
And then finally.
Oh, there's 4. Oh shit, there's 4. Oh wait, we can do this next.
We have the Scarabus. Scarabus is Coal Island. We have.
Maybe we'll wait.
The original Scarabus, their yearly release. It's delicious. It should be right around $40. One of the best budget whiskeys out there. You should definitely review it at some point.
Okay, we'll have to.
Then we have the batch strength.
We've got so much stuff.
Bottled at 57%. No age statement, but absolutely delicious. And then finally, brand new this year, the 10-year Caol Ila Scarabus, bottled at 46%. Caol Ila is one of my favorite Islay distilleries, and I wanted to get all 3 of these because I love Scarabus so much. Again, $40 freaking
This is a lot of whiskey.
You're not going to drink all of it. In fact, Kleinlich is done, so we'll put this away.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'll tell you guys which ones I want to try. So this is 66%.
So
and I haven't had Old Carter before.
Again, I don't want to influence anybody's tasting. That is a $400 bottle of whiskey.
Okay.
I didn't pay $400.
Again, I will say,
but that's
for viewers, money doesn't necessarily mean quality.
This, if you were to find it on a shelf right now, should be
Campbelltown.
About $100.
Campbelltown's getting.
It is not $100 now. I know of 3 different places that have it for $250, if not more. I did not pay that much for it. I paid about $160 for it, which is still stupid, but much more reasonable.
Springbank is not easily found these days, so like the demand is up because it's very good, and you just can't find it. So that's why the prices go very, very high. So
you've got these 3 are not expensive. I'll tell you that right now. These 3 are between $40 and $70. These 3 are not crazy. These 3 are all expensive.
So here's what we'll do. We will do a poll for these back 3, and then we'll also talk about the Scarabus in another poll. Yes. I think a three whiskey poll is good for you guys to vote on.
Okay.
So we'll do.
Actually, I'm gonna put these back on the floor so I don't.
What do I try next? We'll do now. Understanding I love the Springbank. Springbank 15. The Glen. I'm gonna spell this wrong. Glenallachie. I'm gonna do that right. Whatever. Matthew 13.
If you spell it wrong, you can't have any.
So, I got it. No, I got it. I absolutely got it. And then the Old Carter American, which is 66% ABV.
Yeah.
So that's a big boy bottle.
So yeah, this isn't bourbon. It's just American whiskey.
Yes, exactly. Now, be bourbon, it's got to be 51% corn at least. So I definitely will maybe try this off stream if you guys will pick it anyway. But I'm very intrigued by this, specifically because it's a 66% American whiskey, not bourbon.
But it is from Louisville, Kentucky.
Do we know the mash bill?
We don't. At least I haven't been able to find
mash bill. If you don't know what a mash bill is,
this is small batch, so it's not single barrel, but it is small batch. They don't cut it with anything, and it's just straight into the barrel.
Hell yeah! I love that.
And there's a reason it's expensive. It's because it's limited release. This was batch number 9.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not easy to find. Picked this up at basically a guy I know held it for me. I managed to get it. I got it again. I did not pay $400 for it, but that's about what it's going for.
We got 2 votes. We need at least the third one. We need somebody in there to pick. We need somebody in there to pick one more. Somebody vote on this. Otherwise, I'm gonna pick myself. So if you don't know what a mash bill is, it's just the ingredients, the percentage of ingredients you use to make the mash, to make the distillate. It simplest terms.
Mm-hmm.
To be a bourbon, 51% of that mash bill has to be corn. So.
And after that, it can be just about
corn, rye, barley, whatever the hell you want to do, wheat, whatever. But it was just kind of sucky.
To be Scotch, it has to be 100% malted barley.
Yep, and aged entirely in Scotland for 3 years in an ex-bourbon barrel. Blah blah. So,
yeah. So anyway, wait.
If we don't get a third vote, I'll try the 2.
Wait, is it in an ex-bourbon barrel, or is it...
It has to come from into the bourbon barrel, at least.
I thought it was not a bourbon barrel. I thought it simply had
Ex-American.
American
oak, not bourbon. Ex-American.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I always forget that American whiskeys don't have to be bourbons all the time, obviously. But boom, boom. So, if I don't get a third vote...
It's... Hold on.
What?
It's not... It's American oak doesn't mean that it held bourbon or anything.
No, that's what I said. I said bourbon because I heard...
No. But what I mean is American oak is a type of wood.
Oh, yeah.
It's not, doesn't mean that it held anything American.
Yes.
You've got French oak, American oak,
yes.
Hungarian, Slovakian. You've got all sorts of different types of oak. Each one imparts different flavors into whatever it holds.
So we're going to do the 2 that got votes for now. And
which ones? What are they?
These 2 got votes. No.
I was going to say.
These 2 got votes. Yeah. I'll try this off stream. F off, guys.
Well, yeah, don't worry.
So, which I haven't had this before, obviously. None of these bottles I've had.
We'll tell you what, here.
Yeah. So, we'll do 2. Oh, he has 2 other Glencairns over here, obviously.
So we can do these side by side.
Okay. We will do maybe half-ounces, who knows?
We're going to keep it small. We're going to keep
66.
Yeah, both of these are well over 60%.
Oh, yeah, that's 60%. So 62 and 66. We got some big boys here. I guess I'll just end the poll. That's fine. It's no big deal. End poll.
So
we got it.
We're just gonna do literally like almost a quarter ounce.
Yeah.
Just
you
because
still get that, because
you can
this
say
is why you choose. That's why you choose Glencairn glasses. Everything goes into this little bottleneck here and comes up to the front. It's for the aromas.
Yeah, you'll be able to taste everything. Ooh. I love the nose on that. Like, it is such a nice.
I'm gonna say that kind of has like a vinegary fruit caramel mash kind of going on.
What do you mean by vinegary?
Kind of like a cidery, like an apple cider, like kind of thing, like fermented, like a fermented kind of.
Oh, okay, I understand what you mean.
Not vinegar, necessarily like fermented fruit, okay. Like
yeah, I know.
Not like here's vinegar. Yeah, you know.
No, I understand what you mean then.
Gnat, bah! Gotta kill the gnat.
All right, so try to keep them. That's the Glenallachie. So
Springbank got the third. Oh, I didn't see it. That's hilarious. Dude, chest divided as hell. Okay. All right. Doesn't taste 62%.
It doesn't.
Well, this is the Glenallachie, by the way. Yeah, this is one sec. In the chest, it does, but not on the palate. Like when it goes down, it goes. It does that. It does go down a little warm and hot, but the finish.
Very God, that nose.
Like that. So that's where I'm getting the ruby port from. The fermented fruit from. That ruby port is really bringing in like that caramelly fruit mashy thing I'm smelling there.
The one thing I like about this is that even though it is aged in ruby port, which is going to be traditionally nice and sweet and fruity and all that good stuff, this is actually much more dry on the finish than you might expect. It's not a sweet bomb.
No, it's not.
It's very like well balanced. I almost wish it was just a little bit sweeter because the
water just is awesome. I just finished it with water because I got to make sure I don't get drunk and die.
It just
but like the tongue, my tongue was just like, oh,
yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Absolutely. Why do you think I keep water?
You got to bring a pipette, though. We got to do. I don't. But yeah, water makes whiskey better sometimes.
Yeah.
It's usually you can always be assured that a cask strength whiskey, if you add some water to it, will make it better
in the glass. Yeah.
Easier for you to drink for sure.
Yep. But no, this is very, very nice whiskey.
Ooh.
It's also this was a single bottle from this was at Allview Liquors over in Columbia.
Oh God,
and
so far away from me.
Well, yes, but it's very, very. The price wasn't crazy, and I was very happy to get it.
Oh,
so
my Atlanta.
Is this the old Carter now?
Yes.
It's a different beast entirely.
I can't even tell you what I'm smelling because it's foreign because I haven't had this in a nose yet. This is the first for me for this American whiskey style. Yeah. An absolute like almost 70% bottle of whiskey.
So
I will say, what is that? Okay, that's a little bit of iodine, obviously. But it's not like, ew, I don't want to smell this because it's too alcohol-y. It's something different than that. There is some corn sweetness in the back there.
Mm-hmm. There's also a really nice spice that is
there's probably some rye in here.
Yeah,
but the rye doesn't overtake anything else, which is nice. Yeah. There might be a nice blend of a mash bill there.
I think there's actually more malted barley in this than you might expect.
It's actually lighter.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of getting a little lighter now, but that initial 66% does burn your nose hairs a little bit,
but it's actually softer than you might expect.
It is. Yeah. Oh man, that's a crazy. Okay, here we go. 66%. My tongue might fall off. Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's
holy shit.
It's a lot thicker than
this is a viscous whiskey. Did you kill it? Did you get it?
Boom!
He's dead. Nat is dead. Nat is dead. Let's get a like in the stream for that. The Nat has died. That is wonderful.
Yeah. There's a reason it's expensive.
My God. I'm going to chase the water real quick because that was really good.
And we can revisit this one later if you'd like. But there's a reason I wanted to bring it over because obviously you review a lot of like standard bourbon, regular Scotch, stuff like that. And then you've done your whiskey exchanges and everything. This is something I could guarantee you hadn't had before. And it's just, like I said, a different beast entirely. And when I say beast, I mean it. This is complex. This is intense. The alcohol is very punchy, but it's not something you were like, holy crap.
I'm going to say that it went down in the chest less hot than this one did. And right now on my mid-tongue for this finish, I'm getting a strawberry.
Yeah.
Right? You get strawberry on that finish? That's really good.
I don't get strawberry, but I know exactly what you're talking about, and I get the same sort of like nice red fruits and all that good stuff. Yeah.
And it's just sitting there right on the hump of my tongue. Like it's hump day all day in my tongue right now, and it's just very pleasant to like try and like phrasing, suck it off while you're talking. Like you like suck your tongue a little bit, but like that's all I can say. It's the best way I can say that, like because you get a flavor on your tongue, you got to do that little movement and it just comes out. This is the best finish of mine. I was going to say that'll get a 5 on the finish for sure.
The finish on this,
that will be a 5.
Bonkers good.
Like damn straight, that'd be a 5 on the finish.
It's an excellent whiskey.
Also, guys, let me know if like the mic's too hot or whatever, because like I definitely turned the sensitivity down because like we're kind of far away. But let me know if we're talking too loud or whatever, and if the music could be louder or not. Again, first time streaming in the basement with the Mac, but just let me know.
It's also the first time
we've been streaming. This is badass,
and we can both get really loud. So, especially when we're
because normally I'm next to my daughter's room. Oh, this is a great bottle. Thank you for bringing this, sir.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Oh, by the way, there is 2 bottles now that he hasn't had from me at least.
Oh, right.
Or 3, so he has to have some that I'm going to bring to him.
Holy crap, that's good. All right.
So I think we're going to do that now before we go over to the Scarabus.
Yeah. Let's do that next. Which one?
So,
Here we go.
The one that he hasn't had that I have, which is a very rare occurrence, is his recommendation though. Aaron 21. Now, I don't have that much left. Guys can see this. Like, I have been enjoying the absolute shit out of this bottle. If you see my review, I definitely talk highly of it. It's a great bottle. It was about $270 at my store. Aaron is an island distillery. I don't care if, like, the rules and facts don't say that Island is a region. It definitely is. And it was matured exclusively in Oloroso sherry. And as you guys can see, like, You guys just like, it's just a Spanish sweet wine. Like, you guys just know from all of my stuff I talk about, I love a little sherry. I just love sherry in general.
Yeah.
But if you know my notes from this, by the way, that finish is still fucking on.
It's still that good, isn't it?
Absurd how long that finish is on.
I'm telling you, man. There's a reason it's expensive because it's that good.
Now this is a different. This isn't just a 21. This is a first release 21.
Yeah.
So it's a little more limited. I'm about to go get the dog in a second. Or do you want to get the dog?
I'll get him.
I'll talk about the bottle a little bit. The big boy is always gonna get his ball. No, we're not gonna get the ball, buddy. We're not gonna squeak on stream, my friend. Scott, that ball squeaks. Just take it and put it behind the fence. Just put it behind the fence. Just push his butt down. Hey, welcome to a small streamer where my Great Dane gets up and ruins everything. You know, I'm gonna read chat real quick. So, the Scotchfather knows how to recommend whiskeys, even if he didn't have it. So he's experienced so much of the whiskey world. He could probably be a sommelier right now if he wanted to, but you have to take a dumb, stupid test.
Well, apparently I can't tell the difference between like the 25 and the 10-year. Right?
It doesn't matter. That's not the point of the sommelier. A sommelier is like, hey, you want a steak, get this whiskey, whatever, kind of thing.
I am really good at that. If you ever need a wine recommendation specifically for a meal, I got you covered.
After I give him the bottle, I'm going to take that squeaky ball from my dog. But anyway, so yeah, $270, Island, amazing bottle. If you saw my review, I talked. You want a full half ouncer? Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah, full half ounce.
I talked about obviously there's more notes to it, but if you want to talk about bare bones, a great note to pull out to say. By the way, this is the Kilholman Glencairn. He's representing a little bit
from Kilholman.
Yeah, he went to Scotland. Those little half wet, the half moon looking crystallized sugar orange candies was something that I could just visualize easily and say, boom, in this bottle. This is a very sweet citrusy bottle, and I'm going to go grab the dog's ball real quick. Not euphemism.
No, he's fine. He's fine.
Okay, he's licking it. Okay, he's licking his blue ball.
If he gets squeaky, you can handle it.
Okay.
I got a soft spot for Bruce because
Bruce is a dumb.
Well, no, you were upstairs and I told them, I'm like, Bruce is like me in dog form. He's big, clumsy, slobbers, smells a lot,
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, all right, so let's dive into this bad boy.
I want you to because you definitely did recommend this. Oh, by the way, 46%, so it's very smooth, very nice. It is a superb bottle. I've been sharing it. I took this to Stowe when I was in the Stowe with a bunch of friends.
I'm going to take this to the bathroom.
Take this to the bathroom. How'd that smell?
Right? No, the nose is fantastic. It's deep. It's the orange candy you were talking about. It's definitely there. The Oloroso sherry influence is just right there.
It's awesome.
One of the things. Hold on.
So while he's doing that, I'm gonna read the back of the bottle because a lot of these things like to talk about themselves. But so the Aaron 21-year-old is a rich and complex expression of the Aaron malt, which displays elegance and finesse befitting its many years spent in cask-rich notes of dark chocolate. Grapefruit and ginger give way to a lasting finish of soft spices and figs, creating a warm and memorable dram. Independently owned, independently minded. Boom. Great. By the way,
the grapefruit and ginger,
any of these,
definitely present. I know he and I have in the past talked about poo-pooing the palette descriptions on the backs of bottles and stuff like that.
This is pretty accurate.
But that one's actually pretty accurate. I definitely get as soon I was nosing it and I saw grapefruit and ginger, that's why I pointed. I was like, yes,
citrusy goodness, citrusy amazingness.
That ginger note though is really, really nice. Gives it a lovely spice that is just adds another layer because you've got the sweetness, you've got that citrus which gives you that touch of acidity coming through, and then you've got the ginger which is just another beyond that it just adds to the complexity. It makes it so incredibly complex on the nose.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, diving in.
Oh, I didn't even sip it yet. You talk about that much. God dang. How good is that? This is his first experience. This is literally his first sip.
Honestly, my only complaint, I can't call it a complaint, but is I just had a 66% whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
And this is 46%.
Burger.
So that's literally 20% more.
That's insane,
alcohol
20%.
Than this. That being said, it does make it so that it's like drinking water, basically, because there's no burn whatsoever.
We should have had this first.
We should have had that
honestly.
first. It's fine though. It's fine. I actually appreciate this. So, okay, if I told you this previously, you probably would have been like, BS, whatever. You can understand, like, that's a very complex whiskey. There's a lot going on. The finish, as you said, goes for days.
Fantastic.
Jumping from that to this is... Dude, it's like going from Anna de Armas to Scarlett Johansson. I mean, it's just... There's no downside.
No, not at all.
You're just like, wow, okay, yeah, I'm just going supermodel to supermodel here. Good
old ScarJo. We love ScarJo here.
Love ScarJo.
I'm going to grab my dog real quick.
Yeah,
He's being dumb again.
I'll keep talking about the whiskey here. The finish is a little bit shorter than the Old Carter, and I think partly that's because of the lower alcohol. And also, this is, like I said, it's not single barrel, but it is batch strength. It is uncut, There's nothing in here. There's no water. They didn't cut it at all. So that explains the intensity there. This is 46%, meaning they absolutely watered it down. It's also, 21 years old, which means it's going to be much softer. It's going to have much more delicate notes. So comparing these two whiskeys isn't really fair to either of them. They're going to be very, very different. Well, one is American and one is Scotch anyway. So, but that being said, the finish on this is still really, really nice. Come on through. And it makes such a really good impression with just how well balanced this whiskey is. It is incredibly well balanced, which there's not, have you ever had a whiskey where you're like, oh, I like it, but man, it's got this one note that I'm just like, or it's like, oh yeah, I wish it had this instead.
Sometimes.
This is perfect. Nice. There's nothing in his where I'm like, ooh, I wish I had this or had this. I know I said like, yeah, I wish I had a little bit more alcohol just because I had that, but if I hadn't started with that one,
so Zeldis actually just asked, do you prefer the higher ABV?
We talked about that on one of our episodes of the podcast, to be released hopefully soon, but
months probably from now, but yeah,
years. The girls will be in college.
Yeah,
going to talk about it
probably.
Anyway, short answer, yes. Long answer, and I think you and I both agree on this. Generally, when you have higher ABV whiskeys, what that means is that it's either been cut less or hasn't been cut at all with water. What that leads to is a more intense flavor profile. You're going to get things like more complexity, longer finish, more depth of flavors, more layers of flavors on the palate. Whereas with a whiskey that has been cut, and in some cases like down to 43 or 40%,
looking at you, Irish whiskeys.
Hey man, I can think of a couple scotches that are guilty of this as well. In fact, one of my favorites, Lafroig, is at 43 standards. So,
yep,
it is what it is, though. But by cutting it with water, yes, they're making it go farther. And one of the other reasons they do that is to make it much more standardized. So when you've got Lafroig 10 and you're releasing like 10 million bottles a year, you want every single bottle to be the same.
Yeah.
And so that's why they do that. When you've got an Aaron 21. Well, you've got a very limited supply. Aaron is not a super old distillery, so they've got a limited supply of old whiskey. So they've got to make it last as long as they can. They've got to stretch it to as many bottles as they can. I admire them for stopping at 46% and not going lower.
Yeah.
So all that said, yes, generally I prefer higher proof whiskey
as well
across the board.
It's because you get more of a flavor, you get more of a full experience. Not that because if you're drinking whiskey to get drunk,
gosh, that's good.
40% is fine. Drink it all day. That's what the Irish whiskeys are. The Irish whiskeys.
I need a minute.
So I'll talk while he's doing that. So Zelda has checked my Dolmer cigar vault behind me. It's 44%. I think minimum for me, I think 46 is a nice minimum. I'm not saying I'm not going to drink something under that. Obviously,
so do you want to know why 46 is the standard?
Yeah.
Okay. Education time. Going to take you guys to whiskey school.
Here we go.
All right. So people don't like cloudy whiskey, as a rule. If you saw this bottle and the whiskey wasn't nice and clear like this, you'd be like, ooh, something's wrong. Well, what can happen when you bottle a whiskey, especially if you don't filter it at all, you get a lot of stuff in there from the barrel. Fatty acids, long chain protein, all this stuff from the barrel. It imparts flavors to it. However, if you drop below 46% alcohol, what can happen is that when that whiskey gets cold, it turns cloudy. And it can stay cloudy. Or when you add water to it, it can turn cloudy. People don't like that. They think the whiskey's bad. It's not. And in fact, that cloudiness means it's going to be a richer flavor. But people are stupid, so they just assume that cloudy whiskey is bad. 46% is, they've discovered over time, the lowest ABV where it doesn't turn cloudy when you add water and there's other stuff in it. So that's why
science, bitch.
That's why that's like the standard. If it's below 46%, they're taking a risk there, and it's probably because they have filtered the crap out of it and therefore lost a lot of flavors. Which again, looking at you, Laphroaig 10, I love you so much, but just
I think they do have a limited.
They do have
batch.
They do have
batch. So that's good at least.
I've got 2 bottles.
So these are used. So
I'm gonna rinse one of these out.
This is an Isla, but it's not a heavy Isla. So.
Oh right.
Okay. This is the 2019 release. I think it was really hard to pinpoint exactly which release this was, but it's 2019.
I think it was the 2019.
No,
based on
this one's
website.
51%, so it's not 46. It's over 50%, which is nice. Exclusively expert barrels. You haven't had this one, right? You have not had this.
You know, it's funny. I've had a lot of Laphroaigs. I've had Laphroaig 21,
32,
Laphroaig 32, Laphroaig 35,
Laphroaig 35.
It was amazing.
I hate you.
I actually had it at Laphroaig. It was great. Lots of Laphroaig 15s, all sorts of stuff. Laphroaig 18. I've never had the 25. I've had 27, not 25.
Love this bottle. It is just the creamiest of cream. It is a nice accompaniment with the nice little like layering of smoke. Like you just blew out a candle and the smoke's starting to settle. It's not like a roaring campfire like an Ardbeg would be.
No, and that's the age.
Good.
That is the age, 100%.
So,
but I am the one thing every time you talk about this whiskey, you've mentioned, and I'm very curious because I can't remember the last time.
I give you more.
Ooh, okay. So I can't remember the last time I had a whiskey that had this note.
Oh,
is the creaminess?
Yeah, it's so good.
I can't remember the last time I had a creamy whiskey, so I'm very interested to see.
Honestly, it's like freaking vanilla milk. Like it's so freaking good. And there's some on the table.
Nothing goes
by the
waste.
Another thing that was cool about this was, well, not cool and also kind of annoying, was when I bought the freaking box. I'm not kidding, by the way. There's that outtake I put in there, I think. I've never had a box of whiskey hold the bottle so tightly. You guys see that? I cut right under here a piece of the foam out trying to get the bile. I could not get the bile out.
Can I see that?
I was ripping it from the neck and I thought I was going to shatter the glass. I could not. The bottle was so wedged in there, it was insanity. Like
you should keep this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You should keep that.
I'm not throwing the box away ever.
No. I'm just saying that's something kind of cool. Anyway.
So it just took forever to get out, but again, great bottle, so good. And actually, as far as like value goes, I mean, obviously the value goes to this over the 25, the Ardbeg, because 900, like 650.
All right.
Jesus.
So
what you got?
First thing I'm getting is white pepper, tobacco. Almost like. What is that? It's almost like saltwater taffy.
Saltwater taffy.
Saltwater taffy.
Ooh.
I know what you were talking about with the creaminess. I don't know if I would describe it that way.
Okay.
It's almost like the best way I can, the icing on a Cinnabon.
Okay.
That sort of cream frosting.
It's melting down the side.
But I wouldn't call it creamy per se. More of like a sweet icing type thing on the nose. Wow, that's fun. Chocolate. Oh my god,
good.
Chocolate is
it's a
bonkers.
Good ass freaking nose, man. It's a good whiskey. Good whiskey.
Yeah. I could talk about this for days. I really.
And you just might.
And I just might. When I get excited about something, I am like a dog with a bone. All right, I'm just gonna dig in here.
Some of our podcast episodes could probably be an hour if we gave.
Cheers.
Literally no time constraints. We could literally have like an hour, honestly.
All right, first sip, I just got it in the mouth and swallowed. Didn't let it sit, just because I wanted to get it to the back of the palate. So much more fruit on the palate than there is on the nose. Like
dark
dried
red
apple,
ones.
crushed apple, strawberry.
I love appley whiskeys. I do like appley whiskeys. Apples are good.
What is that? All right, gonna go back.
Yeah, go back.
Here. Touch of that citrus and Yeah,
good bottle.
Like a little bit of a sour apple component that's just, ooh, that's nice. It's that same sort of acidity we were talking about with the citrus, but it's more sour apple
You know what
lemon.
You haven't said yet?
Green.
Smoke.
Oh, no. There's smoke.
But it's very subtle, and the rest of it's just better, right? Because normally when you're drinking these Islas, it's like, smoke. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's the thing.
You know, everything hides underneath of it, whereas this one's flipped for me at least. Everything's on top, and the smoke's on the bottom, and the smoke's the one hiding. It's obviously still there, but it's definitely more subtle and tame and mellowed out.
Old Frog, I call Lefroy Frog, mainly because when I'm typing it out to people, I can never remember how to spell Lefroy, so I always just call it
Frog.
Yeah, I just call it Frog. But anyway, older frogs specifically, they get that smoke, it like drops exponentially. And so in all seriousness, only 5 years difference as far as the smoke between this and the 30-year. If I gave you the 30-year blind, you might think you were drinking a Highland.
Wow.
Because the smoke is so soft. It is almost non-existent there. This ice, the smoke is still definitely present, but it's like you can tell it's like right about the crack.
And these PPMs on these are like 50, you know, at most. Where like Ardbeg can go like 55 to 60 on their PPMs, but the PPMs, so you're peating the malt, you're not ever peating the whiskey, and that stuff like kind of drops off during fermentation process. So it depends on what the distiller wants to do to get rid of more or less smoke. So it's not only just like the aging, but it definitely plays a huge factor. Like the distiller can do whatever they want. Also, Luke Bro asked, as a non-whiskey drinker, what is a not super expensive one or two that you should try? So I have a bunch of videos on that. I got like 3 currently, but right now, if I had to say anything about what's not super expensive, and by the way, whiskey is a huge umbrella. So Scotch, well, we can do like a cheap Scotch. So for me, a cheap Scotch, I'll go this one right here. It's already here. So this is Bunnahabhain Sturridor. All their whiskeys are named after a Gaelic word. So Sturridor just means it means helmsman. So it's like a boating kind of term. This is an Islay. This is an unpeated Islay.
I love
this. Is like $50. Okay, and you're gonna get. I haven't reviewed this one yet, but I've had this on stream a couple of times. It's a very appley, oaky, sweet, saline, like briny kind of whiskey, and it all blends together in a very nice little aroma on the nose for you, and the palate is the same exact way. So this is about $50. This is a Scotch that I can recommend. Again, 50 to 60 depends on where you live. For us, it's going to be a little higher. Yeah. Because we're pretty close to DC, and that bubble just sucks ass.
Yeah.
So,
who asked the question?
Luke Bro.
Luke Bro, what if you say you're not a whiskey person? What do you usually drink if you're not a whiskey person, or if it's not you who you're asking the question for?
He was the guy in stream when I was fighting that on Dark Souls 2 that fire demon. Mm-hmm. And you all are popping off about my safe word and stuff, and then it swapped over to whiskey. He was the one that was talking about drinking. I think it was Vanilla Crown. I think it was Vanilla Crown and Coke. I think that's what he drinks. I think he drinks Vanilla Crown, which is Canadian, but also vanilla. So like you might like the sweeter stuff. So you might like an Oloroso Sherry finished Highland. You know, it's not harsh at all. There's some Oloroso Sherry there, or a freaking American,
bro.
You know?
If that's what you like.
Oh, Angel's Envy. Yeah, there you go.
Pick up a bottle of this.
Up to $50 now. Angel's Envy.
$50.
It's got 96
Angel's
on
Envy.
Wine Enthusiast.
Angel's Envy bourbon. It's 43%, so it's not going to melt your face off. It's actually pretty close to the Crown ABV at that point, and it's also nice and sweet.
That's finished in port wine.
It's just so
you gotta love a port wine.
Honestly, I prefer the Angel's Envy rye, but that's also like 2 or 3 times the price. And the reason I like it is because the bourbon, to me, is so sweet. But if you like sweeter stuff, like, Crown, Vanilla, and Coke, right up your alley.
Yeah. And plus, it's definitely cheap. It used to be, at least like 2 years ago, like $65. It's like $50 now. It's actually dropping in price, which is crazy.
I can get a double bottle of that for less than $100.
That's awesome. Yeah, Angel's Envy, good call. Literally $3 behind me. If you can even get, like, again, Scotch is just a great world. If you can get Compass Box blends, this one specifically, the artist blend, is going to be like a creamy fruity thing for you. It's $40 as well. There's so many options as well. Dude, Yingling,
love Yingling.
Good effing beer. I'm a beer snob as well, so but I don't have a beer channel. But yeah, there's some recommendations for you. Also got 3 videos on that. But the one over there, Teeling, that's gonna be $32. That's Irish. Now this guy, Irish makes their whiskey so you drink a lot of it and get shit-faced because it doesn't taste like you're drinking a whole lot. Triple distilled. This one's 46% in rum casks though, so pretty good. This is actually, I think, like I said in my thing I talked about, this is better for me than the Redbreast 12. Redbreast 12 is triple distilled. It's 40%. It's literally like nut water for me. This has a little bit more character to it, but this is $32. So if you want like a not harsh experience for like way less money than that one, even boom, that one as well. There's a bunch of stuffs.
No,
Jamie's here. What up? Jamie's late as hell. God, what the hell, Jamie?
Yeah, Jamie, you've missed a lot. Sucker.
See you, Zeldis. Cheers, my friend. We've got to cheers, Zeldis. I don't have any whiskey, but I'm going to cheers an empty glass. See you.
See you, man.
Oh, we have to give you... Okay, you had that.
Had that.
We'll do the Octomores later. So now another poll's coming up where we have to do the Scarabus.
All right.
Scarabus poll's coming up. Now, Scarabus, are they a bottler?
No. So Scarabus is Colita.
Oh, the Koala. Okay.
It is an Isla
Oh,
distillery.
Redeem Sip. Hold on. Zodis is giving me Redeem Sip. This is... Do one right now. Don't even care.
No. If you're going to redeem a sip of Scarabus...
This is for you, Zeldis.
You just get the standard...
Tenner?
No, this is just the standard no-age statement.
Oh, no age statement. Okay.
$40.
By the way, to be a Scotch, it has to be at least 3 years old. So we know, even if it's no age statement, it's at least 3 years old.
Here you go.
So you know.
get about a quarter ounce.
This is Scarabus. I'm not going to smell it. This is
standard
for Zeldis. Ooh.
All right, as he's doing that,
Me likey that one.
I have to check something. I'll be right back.
All right. This was, oh my gosh. So like, this kind of reminds me of the peated Bunnahabhain right here. I got now this is the hardest word to say in like ever. So this is Gaelic. Now it's spelled, doesn't matter, but it's spelled Toiteach space A space DHA with the little like blah blah. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Chochek Aga. Like, Ralphie, our boy Ralphie, he's been having a YouTube channel on whiskey for like 10 years plus. He said it's Chochek, but like it is a nice foray into starting off with the smoke. This is again a nice fruit fermentation. I'm gonna read chat real quick. What do we got going on? Jesse looks so short. Yeah, Jamie, you're the same size as me. So if you stood right here, boom, this is you, and he's massive. He's also like look at these pythons. He's like Hulk Hogan, like huge, right? Like you're gonna like rip his shirt open probably, like you big boy, you know. This is good. This is the standard Scarabus.
$40.
$40. Hey guys, $40. Definitely some peat and smoke on this, but it's not a lot. It's a nice entry level. I should have put this up for an entry level Isla. There's so many more videos you can do with that. But
that was in the list that I sent you when you asked me about that.
Yeah, there's so many options. We can talk about whiskey forever. It's insane. So yeah, definitely smoke, sea salt, leather notes. You're gonna leather on most Islas, honestly. But yeah, the lingering finish. I like lingering finishes. As we've said in our podcast, which will come out at some point in our lives. We think we're both in agreement on this, and I think we've said it in the video that I've had. One of the best parts of a whiskey, or that says whether whiskey is superb or not, is the finish, because it's the last. Excuse me, it's the last thing you remember of that whiskey, and the longer it lasts, and the ease you can pick flavor notes off of a finish.
Yeah.
It's not just having the finish last, but if you can get the flavors off of that, that is truly a good finish. So like, I like the lingering stuff, but I also like the lingering that has flavors on it. That's a difference.
That's why this one was so impressive, and that's why I wanted to try it. Exactly for that reason, because that finish, when you find a whiskey that has a long finish, that is, again, not just, oh yeah, you can still taste the whiskey, but you're still getting like notes, and it's complex and everything. That's cool.
So, Jamie, you missed it. So, we have this Old Carter. It is an American whiskey. Retails $400, limited release. We don't know the mash bill, but it's 66% alcohol. And I might cut a video on this at some point, but the finish lasted decades. It was insane. And it was very nice, red, fruity strawberries for me. And the finish was just phenomenal. What bourbon did you pour, Jamie? Also, Jamie says, nice to meet you, Scotchfather. Now that we're seeing you live.
Happy to see you, James.
66, holy fuck. By the way, I was on a whiskey auction website just because I like to look at what bottles are available. There was a barrel bourbon. 70% alcohol.
Yep.
And
I
was
believe
$500, but like it was so intriguing.
I know that for a lot of things, like 70 is the highest they're legally allowed to
Okay, 70 is high. Yeah, 70. I've never seen 70, and I was like, well, I love barrel.
Yeah.
And I love cast strength, but like that's taking cast strength to a whole new level, you know.
I've had a 70% Bruichladdich before.
Ooh. Which, by the way, pop.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. But I could be. My memory's a little hazy. This was years ago.
Ooh.
Literally like 6 years ago. This is pre-COVID. I can't remember, but it was one of their experimental releases, and it was like it was like a 500 ml bottle. Had like the tin. Like it looked like this, but it was smaller, had a big like X4 on there and stuff. It was very cool, but the distillate the whiskey in there was almost clear. It was almost like moonshine.
Ever clear, baby.
That being said, it was essentially
probably good as shit.
The highest proof Octomore you can imagine, because it was heavily peated. It's Bruichladdich, heavily peated, but 70%. And I could not believe how smooth it was at 70%.
Bruichladdich is
They're
what
masters.
I'm going to say is just like the top of the line Islay distillery. Like they are just awesome. There is a awesome documentation. That's my software engineer brain kicking in. It's a great documentary on Hulu about Bruichladdich. What's it called?
The Golden Dram.
The Golden Dram. Look it up on Hulu if you're curious, because they revived Bruichladdich, and because it was dying, and
it was dead.
Oh, it was dead.
It was closed.
Okay.
Basically, no. The guy who ended up buying it was riding his bike past and saw like the chains on the gates and stuff, and was like, "Hey, what can you guys tell me about this?" And like bought it.
Yeah. Luke, bro, I drank Everclear one time and woke up in the neighbor's lawn. That's amazing.
Awesome. I once 12 o'clocked a bottle of vodka and woke up in a bush outside.
Vodka.
I've been there.
I can look at a bottle of Brickalow vodka now, which was college, like $12 for a handle. Like, I can look at that now and just get sick.
Yeah.
It's bad. Anyway, so we have so I don't feel like I'm getting drunk yet, but I don't want to die. So, of these next two Scarabus, we're going to do a poll for you guys, because we're going to end with the Octomores. So we have another no age statement, which is batch strength, which is 57%.
My lady friend was on the stream for a minute, so she said hi.
Oh, hi, lady friend. Nice to see you virtually, kind of. So we're gonna do a poll for you guys. Islay, Scarabus 10, and then Scarabus no age statement, but it's a batch strength, which this one was not. So we're gonna do a poll here about which one I try, because we're gonna end with the Octomore side by side, because people want to do that for a while.
Yep.
Let's see, next, oh, I did all caps. Next dram. Let's see, Scarabus, I can't type today. Scarabus 10, and then Scarabus batch strength. Boom, let's get like, now we can't, it's not tie, we want to tie. I know YouTube sucks to give me stuff. I think there's at least 4 people here, and not 2 or 3, whatever. Also, Jamie, I like to stream, damn it.
Yeah, Jamie, like to stream, damn it.
So let's see what you guys say on that. Right now, we got 100%. We're going to see how many votes we got. 1 vote for the tenor. Did I cleanse this thing out, by the way?
I need to do that with one of mine, too.
By the way, I wanted this to be... Hold on. Fuck you, I'm disliking the stream.
I like Jamie.
Jamie's great. We talked on Discord for the first time last night, and he's got an amazing Irish impersonation, because he's not actually Irish, but he's got a great way to do it. By the way, I'm going to say, Jamie, honestly, honest to God, put your freaking rowing video into general chat or something like that, because I want him to watch it, because it's gonna pump you the fuck up. He's the coxswain.
Oh, the coxswain.
Yeah. Stuff that he was saying, man, I wanted to go out and just punch someone in the face. It was just awesome. It was like, send that video. It's got like 6K views or something stupid.
Damn.
But yeah, it was awesome. Put that shit in the thing, by the way.
Good for him.
Cry me a river, you leprechaun. I love it. So right now we've got, okay, we're good. 3 votes. Awesome. Scarabus 10. It is Scarabus 10. Pop, pop. All right. Anything special about this?
Nope.
Let me see.
It's 10-year-old Colila.
Okay.
At what, 57%, I think?
No. It's a tenner.
Oh, that's 46% then. Yeah.
46. As we learned earlier with science, no clouds.
No cloud at 46.
Didn't know that.
Yep, that's why.
All right. So we got 1 ounce of whiskey. I hope I don't die tonight. All
You'll
right.
be fine.
Again, Jamie wasn't here for this. Luke Pro was. We're gonna reiterate the last 2 videos that he was in. They were filmed on the same evening, from like 8 o'clock to maybe like 10 or something. He used this same jigger, but he used this side, which is a full ounce. And I'm pretty sure during that whole evening, I had about 9 ounces of whiskey. So picture a standard glass. We'll say it's probably about half this size. Well, this is probably a 32er.
You had over a couple.
I had 9 ounces of whiskey.
You had well.
I am 5'9", 155, 160. He is 6'6",
240.
240. All right. He drove home, all fine and dandy.
That's fine.
I puked in my kitchen sink. And then the next day, and this is going to be a like admission, and I'm pretty sure I told you guys on that stream anyway. The next stream, the very next day, I drank apple juice. Sorry, it happened. I couldn't drink whiskey that next day. It was horrible. So I'm not doing that tonight.
I think, to be fair, I think you had a little more than I did that night because I was having you try different whiskeys that you hadn't had before. So I don't think I had as much as you had.
Funniest part is, after the recording, we had another dram afterwards.
And I think we had like 2 or 3.
And then I ugly cried, and then I'm pretty sure I recruited him to my company at that night. Was when I was like, hey, come work for us. And he did. So, ooh, I'm going to say kind of a more softer nose overall than the last Scarabus I had.
As it should be. It's 10 years old. Yeah.
I don't really smell any smoke on this. I'm not getting much peat.
So Colila is an Isla. It's going to have some smoke, but Colila has one of the softer smoke profiles. So it's a great like gateway drug for Isla.
Yeah, I like that.
I would say Colila, as far as like an actual Isla, but like Talisker and Oban are similar, where you know, like just a little bit of smoke without punching.
Yeah, Oban's like 4 BPMs or something.
Something like that.
So
just
small.
a little bit of smoke there. But yeah, it's I love Colila. It's one of my favorite distilleries. They are used a ton, again, in blends. Actually, Compass Box uses Colila a lot, and I think Johnny Walker was using them for a little while in their blends as well.
Obviously, a lot more peat smoke on the palate. I almost got 0 trace of it in the nose.
Yeah.
That palate. But then it kind of just disappears a little bit.
Yep.
But again, I'm getting a lot of like almond pecans on that as well.
Makes sense.
Definitely some oaky leatherness, but that's just a standard thing. How much is this bottle of 10?
It's like under $60. It's
awesome.
It's not expensive.
Awesome, because again, these 10-year Islas. So you got Ardbeg 10, you got Lafroig 10. Both of those, it would be probably 50 or under, depending on where you can get it. This one under $60 is great.
And again, this is the first time.
Foray.
Yeah, this is the first time they've done an age statement Scarabus.
Before, is it? Okay.
Yeah, before it was, and this is actually the first batch strength Scarabus that they've done as well. Before it was just that standard no age statement, right at 46%. Which again, that bottle for $40 is a freaking outstanding value. It's one of my go-to everyday sipper if I want smoky or something slightly smoky without breaking the bank.
Yeah,
right there.
So Jamie just asked, how do we remember the pronunciation of these distilleries? It's not a memorization kind of thing. It's just, for me at least, I'm not expert level like him. I have to make sure I don't sound like an idiot in my professional whiskey videos on Wednesday. It's fine on the weekend stream, it's no big deal there, but like I research a lot about how to say X, Y, and Z. So like for example, like you could say Kilchoman or whatever. Who cares? Whatever. It's Kilholman. You gotta get the in there. Bunnahaven, once you look at that one's at least easier. Just make sure you make that second B a freaking V, and you're okay there. The one thing that's where Bruichladdich, that's spelled Bruichladdich. My very first time, I was like, "What's Bruichladdich or whatever the hell I said?" No, it's Bruichladdich. It's just the way they do stuff. Like there's some little ones like what is it like Ledbeg?
Well, Ledbeg is spelled Ledbig.
Yeah,
and it's pronounced Lechig.
Yeah,
and you're like,
which again,
yeah, because that makes sense. But again, it goes back to Gaelic having pronounced
this one. Like, look, I'm gonna see if you guys see this. Like this one.
Yeah, but again, it goes back to when you have Gaelic, the letters are pronounced. So like
that one's literally like Chochek. Like what the hell?
Yeah, it's just different. That being said, like I don't know, maybe I think about whiskey a lot. I'm in a bunch of whiskey groups, and so once I hear how to pronounce it, I only have to hear it the one time, and it just sticks with me because I'm thinking about whiskey a lot.
Oh, okay, that's a nice bottle.
It is a nice bottle.
That tastes a little. Great. It's not like super hollow, but it's that second sip kind of had a little more smoke sit there, so that was actually nicer. It's if you have to search for the smoke on an Islay, it's definitely a good intro to Islay. So if you're curious, Co-Islay, Scarabus 10, or even the other one I had, the No Age Statement one,
great,
probably the best strength too. Because again, we do like more AV. We like more ABV in our whiskeys because it's a little more full experience. Now, to end the stream tonight,
it's time.
We're going to do the side-by-side Octomore. If you don't know what Octomore is, it's from a distillery called Bruichladdich. It's their line of heavily peated. For reference, hold on one second. For reference, I'm going to pull out some Islas for you. We're going to talk about the different PPMs of each of them really quickly. And then we'll pull out our Octomores. Okay, so let's move all these posy boys over here for right now. These posy boys off. Okay, so Kilchoman, usually around 45 to 50 ppm, depending on the bottle. I would this is the Sauternes cask. It's definitely a little more peated than like say their Machier Bay, but their Loch Gorm might be a little higher. But again, 50-ish. This Chochek on Bunnahabhain, 50-ish as well. We'd say this one on the Ardbegs, 55 or 60 depending, and again like maybe 45 to 50 on the Laphroaig, a little less. Now, I'm gonna pull my Octomore. By the way, they have a new release every year, so we have the 13s right now, and the 13 I had the 13.1. Now, the 0.1, 0.2, and 0.3. The only differences is what barrels they used to finish the whiskeys in,
and different barleys.
So mine's the most standard one they released. So mine's 13.1. So remember, guys, I didn't say a number over 60 yet. This one, 137.3 ppms. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be a campfire, because like we said, you peat the malts. You don't peat the whiskey, and then when you do the fermentation stuff in the whiskey distilling process, you can cut that stuff out as much as you want, as well as the barrels and stuff they use at the end. Now, this one for me, here's what the cool stuff they do. So it's aged 5 years. Most Octomores are aged 5 years, except for the one that I bought in my special release. It was a 10-year. Bourbon casks. The barley origin was from the Scottish mainland, and the barley variety was Concerto, and this is 2022 release.
This is the 13.3 Octomore. This is always going to be slightly more experimental, for lack of a better word. Slightly lower ppms. Only 129.3. So still up to 3 times higher than any of those other boys.
Oh, yeah.
Again, 5 years old. Bourbon. RDC or IC?
The bottles are cool, actually, Kazooie. You're not wrong. They have some really good stuff.
I love the Octomore bottle shape. It's very cool.
It's great. I have the 2 other ones here.
The cool thing about this one, though, also Concerto barley. However, the 13.3, it always has like a little name. This one is called the Impulsive Equation.
Oh, yeah. Mine's just
yeah. So anyway, but this one tells you the farm where the barley came from.
Oh.
This came from Lorgba Field and Irene's Field, Octomore Farm, Islay. This is 100% Islay barley.
I love that.
So,
homegrown, baby.
home.
Now we're gonna need 4 glasses. We got 3 there, and we got 1 of our own.
I was just gonna drink it straight from the bottle. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Yeah, we need 4. We need 4 glasses. Let me make sure we got.
Well, I got one, and it's gonna be one of yours, and then I'm good. It's gonna be this one right here, which Dead Malt Society. Okay, so I'm gonna pour. I'm just gonna like eyeball pour mine.
Yeah. We don't need.
We're gonna do a side by side here. I've already had mine. Now,
Pour mine.
are we gonna make this our recording for the video? Nah.
Whatever you do.
We'll see what we're going. Okay,
Here,
we're gonna
pat
put
that
this.
over here. There you go.
Oh my God, 13.3. Also, the most fun thing about whiskey is sharing it. Okay, so don't be a punk. Wait, there's stuff in here. This wasn't mixed yet. There's stuff in this one.
Well, here. Hold up. There's stuff in that.
Is there one in that one? I can use a black one. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, just use a black.
I got black. I got 6 over here. It doesn't matter.
They can see mine too.
I just can't see what mine, how much I put in.
So there's the 13-1. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. You can see
So
mine.
tell you what, let's swap the order so it's 1 and 3. So I'm just gonna do that. Go.
Okay, so 13.1.
1, 3. There you
3.
go. And then
We'll put the 1 and then the 3
There we
here. We'll see what that looks like on camera. Doesn't look too bad. We'll just put that here. Okay.
Cool stuff.
So we got 1 here. So
1.
this is the versus, huh? Okay. Well.
Good God, that nose.
Yeah. This is what, like 8 more ppm more than the 13.3. Same age.
Same age, 5 years. The only real difference is the barrels are going to be slightly different and the barley.
I'm gonna say though, like this is definitely still like chiller than Ardbeg 10.
Yes.
The way they do, like, yes, the ppm's 5 times more or like 3 times more than what a freaking Ardbeg would be, but like.
All right, I'm gonna dig into the nose on the 3 though.
Oh, I'll just say. Whoa! Whoa! You know what's crazy actually now? If you go back and forth really quickly, it's like you're smelling different pieces of charred wood.
Yep.
Real quick, you know, like you just picked up like a log from the fire. Oh man.
Here's a pro move: the double swirl.
I can't do that. I'm not coordinated
Double
enough
swirl,
for that.
man. Once you can do this, you know you're a true whiskey professional.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna say it.
Holy crap, man!
This one has a more of a like, you know what I mean when I say like a currently lit match, like not after you blow it out, but like you light it, like it. This smells like it's currently on fire, but not like a campfire way. It's still like a subtle smoke, but
It's more of that.
I'm getting
that clean wood smoke.
Lean. That's a great word. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one kind of has like a little more of like a.
This is more ashy.
Leathery ash balance on it. Oh man. Okay, this one. Okay, I think for the nose, I like this one a bit more.
Me too.
Personally.
Now, don't get me wrong. 13.1 is still really freaking.
Well, hold on. 59% alcohol, 61.1. Both cast strength, obviously, but both pretty close in ABVs as well. And the only difference is the barrel that they use. This one was what again?
And the barley. Yeah.
RDC, RIC.
I don't know.
That's gonna be some stupid frickin' acronym we don't effing know, like PX Sherry, which is Pedro Jimenez, but like.
No, I don't know. I should have looked that up, but honestly, I didn't know. But yeah.
You know what though? Very in a tannery, like leather out the ass.
Oh, a lot of leather
out the ass.
A lot of iodine. There's a like.
You know what? There's kind of like a It's gonna sound super foofy. Okay, hold on.
Foofy. Ooh, I like foofy.
Like a golden sunflower. Like I'm not kidding. Leave me alone. Like I literally just got like a nice little like golden, like a ray of sunshine hit this flower.
A golden. You know what? The next time you make fun of a tasting note on another whiskey, I'm gonna remind you of golden sunflower.
Dude, I'm not. It's.
All right.
There's a nice floral aspect to it. Okay, leave me alone. All right, I'm gonna sip this. This 13.1. I'm sipping. Ooh. Meat. That's a meaty, thick. What are the legs doing? What are our legs doing here?
Damn, that's good. I would not send this.
It's like medium-bodied whiskey here.
I would not send that back.
I love making lore.
Yeah, that's delicious.
Octomores are good effing bottles, guys. They're just good as shit.
There's so much body to it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so mouth-coating.
There's so much to grab onto.
This is the definition of a session dram. Where you sit with it for like 45 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever, and just take your time. And honestly, one of the things you can do is get like a coaster or something like that. Put it over here so you guys can see. And what you can do is literally just put that right there and then just forget about your whiskey for like 15 minutes. And then you come back, gently take that off, and you can pick it up. And now there are so many vapors and things trapped in that glass. Right in that bulb.
Vapors!
Oh, the vapors. But trapped right there in the bulb of the Glencairn. So when you put your nose in it, it's just the most intense and incredible thing. Look at me. I'm getting goosebumps.
Now, I'm just going to say, this isn't trademarked yet, but the Session Dram has been coined whiskey edging by myself. So if you want a whiskey edge, just do what he just described. Have like an hour and a half, 2 hours of just sitting the whiskey there. Let the oxygen get to it, put the coaster over top, let all the stuff go on, and just take a long time to drink it. Edge yourself, treat yourself. I'm going to look at chat real quick. I hear Jamie's Irish accent when you said a ray of sunlight hit a golden cloud.
A ray of golden sunshine!
That's Fat Batch from Austin Powers. Yes. Absolutely. All right, I'm going to go taste the 13.3. I'm going to cleanse a second.
Yeah, definitely get some water. That is the only negative thing I'll ever say about Octomore, is that it should always be the last thing you drink because it completely fries your palate.
If you go to a beer tasting, it's the IPA. It's drink the IPA last. Drink the IPA last.
It's like what IBUs for IPAs.
The IBUs.
It's like a 500 IBU IPA.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Standard West Coast IPA is like 80 IBUs or something stupid, 80 or 90. Yeah, like
I had 1,000 IBU IPA one time.
That's insanity.
It was like biting into a hop.
I mean, I would do that.
It wasn't bad actually.
It was West Coast, right? Hey, guys, welcome to the Beer Channel.
Yeah, I honestly don't know where it was from. This was well over a decade ago, and a buddy of mine who
what brewery would do that?
I don't know. It was definitely it looked like a wine bottle, so it was 750 ml. Had a cork and everything.
They corked the bitch out of it. Okay.
Yeah, and he just got it from somewhere, I don't know, but it was like literally, it said on the label like the hoppiest beer in the world.
Awesome.
And it was insane.
So if you guys definitely go to a beer tasting, IPAs are last. If you go to whiskey tasting, Isla's last. But it depends on the Isla if you know a whole lot about it. If you don't know about it, just give us a message, whatever.
Yeah. All right, the 13.3. Let's do it. Salud.
Pop. Better.
So
better.
When I had the 13.1,
shit.
When I had the 13.1,
I bought a bad bottle.
You didn't.
No.
When I had the 13.1, I had this moment where I was like, man, this is really freaking good. I really hope the 13.3 holds up because, again, the 13.1 is just really,
it's like going from an
good.
A+ to an A++. It's
going.
Right?
This is just knocking it up from. Yeah, you're literally. You're already at 11 with this. This is like going from 11 to 12. It's just crazy. I love. God.
Also, whiskey snobs definitely, but if you can train yourself to enjoy the smoke, and I think Jamie definitely does, getting yourself an Octomore when you're out of college and grad school and all that kind of shit, and not having to spend money on that nonsense.
You know what we should do?
This was $260. This was $330.
Yeah, it's $330.
It's insane. So like, don't be doing that until you have like a nice job.
Yeah, that's the thing. I am well paid. I have a good job. I am not spending money on whiskey.
42.
Also, yes. But I'm not spending money on whiskey that I should be spending on other things.
Yeah.
I'm not like sacrificing food for
Don't
whiskey
do that.
Like
Absolutely
that.
not. Don't do that.
And I do buy a substantial amount of whiskey, but because I have been doing it for a long time, I can get some decent deals. Like, for instance, this. As he said, it's a $400 bottle of whiskey. I did not pay $400 for this bottle. But if you go online right now and look for it, it's right around $400. So, and again, this one, I did not pay $250 for this, but that's how much. It looks
like freaking coffee. I want it in my mouth.
Anyway, because I've been around buying whiskey for a long time, I can usually find deals on stuff that I want. So, all that said, if you can find an Octomore at a reasonable price and you have the money to do it, like your kids aren't going to go hungry that night or something, just do it. It's unbelievable.
That's the other thing. For me, I started my collection, like my actual collection, when I started this YouTube stuff last year. So like I have all this now. And I bought a lot quickly. But now, I don't have to buy a lot because I don't drink like an absurd human. So I realize you guys think I drink a lot on stream, and I do sip a bunch, but I've got a lot of whiskey. So once you get your collection started, it's a slow burn to add extra bottles because I don't have a lot of shelves here, and I don't want to make Miss GC all pissed if I have to like put bottles somewhere else. So like when you start your collections and you don't have to buy for like 6 months, it's really easy to be like, well, I was going to spend like $100-200 on that month for whiskey anyway. That's $1,000 basically. Just buy a nice bottle, you know, and then it's be like a treat for yourself if you don't buy a bunch of whiskey then. So,
or you can do what my one friend does. He's not retired. He said he's got an amazing job. He's like, why would I retire? I love what I do. But he's in his 60s. House is paid off. Kids are out of college. Like, he basically has no debt that he's carrying. So he has a private whiskey collection of almost 1,000 bottles. I've been to his house. I've had a tasting at his house. It is as insane as you would imagine. I was drinking Lafroig from 1929 that night.
This just changed my life.
Yeah.
I just took the biggest sip of this thing.
Ooh, you took a big sip.
I finished the entire drain. I just finished it.
That's awesome.
Oh, did you not want to?
No, that's awesome because little sips are great. Little sips are great for like really experiencing whiskey.
Oh my god!
But sometimes, yeah, I'll save up, and then when I get to like the final little bit, I'll just knock it back because you get fully coats.
Shit, dude,
and it's just like an explosion.
That's better than this one. So this one is the limited release 10 years. This is 5.
And
you guys know I glowed about this one a long time ago when I did review this one. I just had the biggest. I didn't know because I can't see inside. You guys can't see in this glass. I can't see a damn thing.
Like here's
like I didn't know how much was left.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just finish the glass. Huge mouthful. But you know what happened? I got the freaking. It dug its legs into me. It dug everything into me. I had some really nice honey, lemon, citrus, leather, oak smoke in there. It was just...
Keep going, I'm almost there.
It just dug its legs into me and was just like, I'm not letting go. I was like, yeah, baby. Like, it's still on my tongue. It's around... It's right now, it's my lower gums of my teeth. Like, it's just...
The finish
under
goes
my
and goes
teeth.
and goes and goes.
And not saying 13.1 is a bad bottle, because it's not. This one is just...
I'm actually pouring the 13.1
superb
into my empty 13.3 glass.
Oh shit!
Just to get like a little...
Get a little bit of those little things in there?
Yeah, a little...
But we might have... I'm not feeling drunk, so we might have a bonus spring bank at the end of the stream, because I am going to end soon. This isn't going to be a long freaking gaming stream. I am standing right now, and I don't stand. Standing sucks. So I don't want to stand anymore. So we're going to have like an extra like spring bank here. And if you want to have something that you haven't had yet, might be the... If you haven't had that barrel... When I have that barrel, you can definitely try that barrel. You had the Starboard. You had the Australian whiskey, have you?
I thought I had that last time I was here.
Did you have that?
I think so.
Have you? You've had the...
It was good.
Definitely had the cigar malt.
I've had the cigar malt.
You've had Joe Jag.
Yep.
That's empty.
Have
you had the Impact Sauternes?
I have a bottle of that at home.
I hate you. Okay. Well, I can't share a lot with Scotchfathers, so...
What's this?
So, okay. This is going to be a later... I'm not going to open this up, though. This is going to be a later thing. So, if I cry, it's not my fault. So, like, when I was 10, my grandfather passed away. And didn't really get to, like, hang out with him a lot. It was kind of sad. But, my mom... So, he died 23 years ago, because I am 33. So,
wow.
My mom gave me his old Scotch glass. I don't know, like 5 years ago, whatever. And she used to buy him this all the time. This is called the Dimple Pinch. It's a blended Scotch whiskey. It's a 15-year blend, so that means the youngest is 15 years. That's how you age your blends. You can't age your blend on the oldest because it's probably the less percentage that's in there. So that's a 15-year blend. No, so she bought this for me like when I was in New York because my grandfather that passed away 23 years ago. His wife, my grandmother, was turning 92 that weekend. So like it kind of made. She was like, "Can you review this?" Or I want to buy this for you for him.
Oh,
so,
this is what you brought back from New York. That's
yeah. So what I'm gonna do in the review is I'm gonna have a glass of his, right there. I'm gonna pour it. Something. I'm gonna cry.
It's awesome. That's awesome.
I'm not gonna cry. Anyway, drink whiskey real quick.
To your grandfather. That's awesome.
Like I was 10, so like it didn't matter. Oof. That bitch is hot. Anyway, that'll be later, so I'll make that like a nice video for him.
That's awesome.
But anywho's it's now that the bitch is out of the room, we're going to have the coffee. You guys don't know anything about Springbank? They're the best in my opinion. Maybe you agree. So Springbank also does Springbank Hazelburn and Longrow. Longrow being the heated Campbelltown. By the way, give him some Prohibition. I just read that, Jamie. That shit's down the drain. And I ended that freaking subscription, so I don't have that anymore, okay? So, maybe I got a bad bottle. Or maybe the Margot wine just isn't all that.
Whoa.
Or
you watch your filthy mouth.
Or maybe that shit just sucks. I don't know. But Prohibition be gone.
Wait, Prohibition or Coalition?
Sorry, Coalition be gone. I'm thinking Prohibition for 04. Thinking... I just conflated Prohibition and whatever. My sad brain's turned on. 1 second. Anyway, Campbelltown has Boom, Springbank, Hazelburn, and they have Longrow. I think Hazelburn is my favorite. When I was at Jack Rose, that 15-year-old roast of Hazelburn, about
it changed your life.
It hit me like
it changed your life. It's that good.
It hit me like, you guys ever seen Step Brothers? And my like lightning bolt hit me in the penis, like right there. It was so effing good. I gotta find that bottle. I almost bid on it on stream or on a whiskey site. It was a 16-year though, so 1 year better, quote unquote. But man, they make good shit. Anyway, Springbank, they are the gold standard of Campbelltown, and this is a 15-year. So you will probably find it in your stores if you can find it, which you probably won't, for $250 plus.
Yeah,
it's not worth that much money. Again, because just for reference, the 21 Aaron behind me is $270. Yeah. So this is 6 years less.
The prices are insane.
The demand for Springbank is very high.
Yeah,
people love it.
What's happening with Springbank is what happened with like some of the American bourbons, like your Pappy's and Buffalo Trace and all that stuff. They kept the distribution limited, and the prices just kept going up. But Springbank has been producing the same quality whiskey for a long freaking time, but they were discovered recently and by the world. Yeah. And so therefore the prices have just been steadily going up. This used to be this
one more?
No, that's fine for right now. No, the Springbank 15 used to be, I used to be able to find that bottle for like $85-$90. So the fact that it is more than 2.5 times the price now,
you know what,
is insane.
The thing I like about them though is their labeling is so simple.
Yep.
There is no frills. There's no nothing on this. It's like, boom, here's a fucking whiskey. Goddamn, drink it. And you know what I'm going to? 46% alcohol. Is there anything special about this one?
It's just 100% sherry, and it is
what?
Freaking good.
Oh,
just put your nose in it already. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's just the most incredibly...
God, if I get drunk, I don't care because this is effing so good, man. Guys, hold on. I gotta switch over to OBS real quick. Like, look at this color. Yeah. Like, can we just, look at how freaking...
Well, again, this is a clear bottle, so I mean, there's
how appealing this looks like.
Look how dark that is.
It's so good. You guys remember the Uigedail color?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm the same thing. Oh god, that Uigedail is so good. But it is $180. But whatever.
This isn't much behind it though.
But Uigedail at least has the excuse that they're freaking small.
Yeah, they produce 100,000 liters a year.
Again, which is Glenlivet, 10 million. Sorry, 10.5 million liters. Can you imagine 10.5 liters, 10.5 million liters of whiskey? That's a stupid amount. Not even. Are they the most? Glenlivet's the most, right?
They're up there.
By the way, if you didn't know, Speyside is 50%, over 50% of how much whiskey is produced in the world.
But that's because they've got Glenmorangie, Glenlivet, and what's the other third big one up there? But yeah, between those two, that's literally like 20 million liters of whiskey a year. Just
will Balvenie be one of those big ones?
They are big, but they're not that as big. I mean, but they're still in the millions as far as
Macallan's in the millions too, but they're Highland, so
yeah. But God,
anyway,
this
is just a fantastic.
All right, let's dig in here.
Yeah, man. Thanks for bringing this.
Yeah, man.
I'm actually getting. Oh my God! I just got mapley brown sugar in my face.
Well, that's the sherry. Oh. It's so chewy. It is such a freaking chewy whiskey. Like it goes in, and you just want to like just nosh on it for a while. It's so good.
So I'm on the verge of drunk GC. So
he's getting close.
Like I almost cried there. I'm pretty sure I did cry, but like, holy shit!
It's still going, isn't it?
No, it's like I'm trying. Okay, weird analogy.
Okay.
Cowtail.
I don't know what
the candy.
Oh, the caramel with
yeah, the creamy filling.
I know what you're
talking. You guys ever chew on a cowtail? Holy shit! Boom! I'm just like munching on a nice brown sugary maple cowtail right now in my mouth. And dude, by the way, those things are underrated as hell. Can we see how underrated cowtails are?
I haven't had one since I was like 12.
Dude, go get one on the way home. They're so freaking good. They're good as hell.
The other thing that I love, and you get this in Springbank, you get this in Nova Scotia, but as well. What?
We've seen Drunk GC, nothing new. He's just not raging at a video game right now. That's true.
That's true. But no, one of the things I love about Springbank, Nova Scotia as well is...
Sir, what a move.
Bro, I know my whiskey levels.
What a flex.
I don't know if can you see that?
Hold on, let's look at the OBS stuff. No, they can't. Back a little bit. Yeah, now they can. Yeah, now they can.
Yeah, you just set it down. Get a little more oxygen.
I can't.
No. Yeah, you have, you have to know your whiskey level in your glass. I only did that because I'm a professional, and therefore I understand.
There we go.
Yeah.
Actually,
no. Just set it right there in the crease.
Right in the crack. We like putting our stuff in the crack, guys.
But no, the saltwater, like there's it's not brine.
No.
But you get like a salted caramel.
Mm-hmm.
That is in Springbank, the Hazelburn a little bit, and also in the
Ocean City saltwater taffy, man.
I'm telling you, the coastal influence for Campbelltown, Isla, and then some of the coastal highlands. I just love it so much. Oban is another one where you get some of that same salinity. Again, not brininess per se, but like a nice light saltiness that's just so good.
God, if I had just like infinite money, there's so many bottles I want to talk about and get. By the way, so like I do have 4 bottles still coming from my auction. Those will be at some point.
Sometime before you die.
I'm going to do an unboxing of those. I'm just assuming I'm going to get some big wooden crate, which won't happen. But I'm assuming it's some big wooden crate. And I'm going to just do the unboxing of like 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles. There's some cool shit in there. I can't wait for that. So
it'll be good. Because I know what you got.
This is freaking awesome. And I hope they are good. But I will say, when I do the values of those videos, I'm not gonna include shipping costs because that's just not fair to the whiskey. I got some really good deals on those bottles. For example, one of the bottles that I got, you could probably retail US because it's a German website. The US it was probably like 180 or whatever. I think for like a conversion factor of like $100.
It was not expensive.
Like I got like $80 less than I normally would.
Yeah, the shipping makes it a little bit
so insanity.
But
yeah,
I've already talked to GC here. We got
a tie-in. He's got the tie-in. So just for reference, I got to talk about this on stream a bit ago. But I bought 4 bottles. They charged me 4 separate international shipping fees instead of just. Now this site's basically like eBay for whiskey, just in Germany. So I was assuming, I think he was as well, is they would get all 4 bottles from the sellers, and then they would send it to me with 1 postage. No. I paid all 4 postages, each of which was 53 euros, which just shipping, in fact, at that point was like $240 for me.
It was a little ridiculous.
It was insanity.
No, the other thing is, like, you don't use this site to buy whiskey that you can go down to.
You use it, yeah.
You buy it to buy whiskey you use it to buy whiskey that you can't find anywhere else, that you'll never find.
You're never going to find it. Like absolutely at all.
And so at that point, are you going to pay a little extra for the shipping? Yes. Is it worth it? A lot of the time, I think it is, because A, you're getting a whiskey at a lot of times a discount, and then B, it's something you're never going to try anyway. So just do it. That also being said, yeah, I've got to hook up for him. We're going to figure it out, and hopefully get the shipping costs down a little.
By the way, salted caramel cookie.
Yes.
Right here. I was just trying to
It's almost like...
The more you go back in, the sweeter this whiskey gets. It's just absurd how this gets. Like, I just can't with this. By the way, Kazooie, Jamie, Lupro, I mean, I'll give you guys extra Streamlabs points because I know that you guys, especially Kazooie and Lupro, I know you guys don't even like whiskey, but you're here, and you guys are badass. You spend a lot of your time watching me, and I cannot thank you enough for just helping me just try and grow as much as possible. So you guys are going to get extra points. Definitely Jamie as well. Even though you were late, I still love you. This is an absurdly good whiskey. If you guys, if you guys did like this format of this video, like we can do some more. I'm kind of upset Savar's not here. That Icelandic guy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There was an Icelandic guy that was in the Diablo stream. That was just like, why aren't you doing whiskey stuff? I was like, well, bro, the thumbnail is literally Diablo. Why are you confused? So I'm upset he wasn't here. You know,
yeah, he would have enjoyed this.
So Kazooie's learned a lot right now. You know, he just hold on.
You can learn a lot when you talk to nerds.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that was super fun, Kazooie. So, Kazooie, just a question. Do you drink anything or just not at all? If you don't drink anything at all, then I won't say anything. But if you're just not sure, we can absolutely help you to get your feet wet. If you don't drink, that's no big deal. I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all. I just don't know. I'm glad you learned a lot. I'm glad it was also fun. Some beer, but not much. Yeah, honestly, just makes you fat.
Yeah.
I mean, it just makes you like a fat.
And the thing is, so I was
tired.
Short story. I was going to that whiskey tasting I was telling you about. It was at a friend of mine who has almost 1,000 bottles in his personal collection. Oh, careful, bud. Sorry. Anyway, so older guy, 1,000 bottles, almost. I think it's like 900 in his personal collection.
900.
Anyway, so he invited me to a private tasting at his house. There was like 12 of us there. It was incredible. It was also St. Patrick's Day. So what I did was, pro tip, I booked a hotel for that night.
Yeah, don't drive.
A couple miles from his house, and then I Ubered back and forth.
Don't you dare drive.
Because I was like, there's not a chance in hell. Not even going to chance it. I knew that I was going to be consuming a lot of whiskey, and all right, preach, done, whatever. Anyway, on the way to that tasting, I got in an Uber. And so this guy, he I don't know 100%, but he sounded like a good old boy from Glen Burnie.
Okay.
So, just good old boy, whatever. So he asked me, he's like, so where are you headed tonight? Because it's St. Patrick's Day. It's like, I'm just headed to a whiskey tasting at my friend's house. And he was like, oh, yeah, I can never get into whiskey. I'm more of a beer guy. And so when you say I'm a beer guy, I didn't know if he was a beer guy like you're a beer guy.
Snob. Yeah.
Or if you're, well, he wasn't. When he says he's a beer guy, what he means is, what is it, the banquet beer, Michelob, like this
Coors. Coors Banquet.
Yes.
Coors Banquet.
That was his, the Coors Banquet was his high-end.
That yellow can. Oh, man.
That's like, at his wedding, he got Coors Banquet for him and the bridal party, and everybody else was drinking like Natty Light, basically.
Oh my God.
And that's what he liked to drink. But the thing is, when I'm talking to him, he's like, I tried this, and I just didn't really like it. I was like, bro, I know you probably think you're talking to a snob, and I probably am sometimes, but I'm like, if you don't like whiskey, don't drink whiskey.
Yeah, you don't have to like it.
If you don't like wine, don't drink wine. Drink whatever the hell you like. Yeah. I'm never going to shit on somebody just because they say, well, I don't really care for that. If you've tried it and you can honestly say, it's not for me, okay. Yeah. There's nothing I can do to make you change that. I'm not going to shit on that.
And that's why I feed Miss GC whiskey for content, but she's never going to like whiskey. No. Unless I feed her a lot of light, low ABV, citrusy whiskeys. So I feed her whiskey now just to like see if she's gonna just like vomit. So like I know I cut her out of the stuff, but now that I'm doing those like compilation shorts,
Those are fun.
I really wanted those last two that she did with Whistle Pig in the barrel for her to hate them. Why did she like those? I still don't freaking understand.
I know why she liked the barrel.
The barrel, yeah. The rye.
The Whistle Pig, I don't understand.
No,
barrel,
because the edge. If she wants to sit here and tell me that the Ardbegs burned more than a 59% rye, I'm gonna just call bullshit.
Right. Again, everybody's palate is different.
Everybody's different. I know.
And she doesn't drink whiskey.
I definitely love you. You are my life and soul. But like
everybody's different.
There's gonna be a video where I'm gonna line up like I don't know, like 6-7 glasses and just have her sip all 7, and we're gonna just call that. Can I make my wife like whiskey? And we're gonna see which ones I have.
I'm just gonna tell you what she does. No.
But at least it'll be formatted in the sense that there's at least a chance that one of them that she likes, because there's always a chance. You know, just look at the Dumb and Dumber. So you tell me there's a chance. By the way, so this is my glasses are all yours. Look at this.
Yes, these 6 are mine.
The Natty Light. You know, I wouldn't put it past Miss C to F with me. Definitely would not. It definitely did work, but there's also like discrepancies between like maybe how she drinks it, because there are times where I sip a whiskey and it kind of hits the throat wrong and you kind of cough and it kind of hits you wrong.
Dude,
that's
have
happened.
You ever had high proof whiskey come out your nose?
Oh no.
It is hellish. It's happened to me on 2 occasions.
No thanks.
Both times because I was taking a sip of something and like my brother-in-law or a buddy of mine made a joke, cracked a joke right as I was about to sip, and so
oh no.
And one time I had a 63% whiskey come up and out my nose. Dude. I was on the floor crying. Oh, that was one of the most painful, horrible things I have ever experienced in my life. And of course, my family just stood around literally laughing at me the whole time.
By the way, because you guys are worth $650 to me, I'm going to have one sip to cheers with you guys before I end. This is currently my favorite whiskey. Do you want another pour of this?
Sure.
All right. I love sharing.
And I love being shared with.
I love sharing.
Wait, do this. Sharing?
Better cleanse that bitch. Spit some water in that bad boy.
Listen, it's Springbank 15.
That's true. It's probably not a bad blend, honestly.
If it makes it worse, I'd be very
probably not a bad whiskey. Oh, no. Got the drop. We got it, boys.
Save it!
We got it, boys. There's still a lot of this left, though.
Oh, yeah, you've got...
By the way, here's my Flaviar coaster that I got. You can't see in here. I don't have enough water for that. I can't cleanse that one glass, but this is LaFroy 25 for you guys. She sounds hot. Would you, Jamie? Would? Again, I can't thank you guys enough for being here. I love not streaming to 0 people. It's definitely nice. I don't care if there's 1 or 2, or 3, or whatever. I love that you guys are always here. It's just great. I will definitely be here next Friday. I don't have the stream ending soon button down here, and I'm 2 floors down from the main station. But guess what? There's no blips tonight, which is great. So we should... You get closer in here, man. You're too far away. There's no blips tonight. We had a really bad blip last night, and I don't know why. My entire motherboard shut off.
What?
Everything on my computer screen was dead. My mouse wouldn't work, my keyboard wouldn't work, my stream died, my internet died, OBS died, but my computer stayed on. It was weird.
I'm telling you, it's a power supply.
All right, we'll look the PSU. It's fine. It's just
you should get one of those PSU testers. You can get one for like $30, and it'll tell you.
God, like, it's so annoying.
I know it's annoying,
because sometimes the way Kazooie said it was rough. You're not gonna lie, because like basically what happened was I'm just sitting there like on the stream. My eyes were closed. I was talking about something. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. But like what usually happens with the blip is it blips, and then I regain control of my mouse and keyboard. This didn't happen this time. I had to hold the power button. This is just behind the scenes. I had to hold the power button on the tower, message Jamie, who didn't look at it in time, and said blip, blip, let them know I'm coming back. I logged into my stream on my phone, typed a bit, told you guys what I had to wait for my computer to turn back on. But normally with that blip, I regain control. But again, tonight,
no blips.
I had to make fun of you first. Yeah, Jamie had a really sexy voice going on last night. We can all definitely agree. But so I don't have the ending stream button. But what's gonna happen is I'm gonna sip for you guys, and then after that sip, just say good night. I will be here next Friday. We're gonna play Hollow Knight. We're gonna see where we have to go. Kazooie, I might talk to you on Discord, just get like a little bit like a base plan about where I need to go from where I ended, just so I'm not completely lost and have to ask you a bunch of questions. So just turn on your Discord notifications maybe. But you guys are 100% worth this $650 sip. So cheers, sir. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Expert Mind. I liked this. This was super fun. We gotta try and do these more often. Just bring over some effing whiskey.
I was going to say, if nothing else, it gives me an excuse to spend more money on whiskey.
I love spending money on whiskey. It's definitely fun. That is why it's my favorite bottle right now.
It's good whiskey, man.
It's so good.
Really good whiskey.
Thank you, IRS, for giving me back the money you took from me in the first place.
I was going to say, thank you for giving you back the money that was already yours.
Thank you for giving me back my damn money. Again, I'll be here next Friday, probably 7:15, 7:20 start time, like actual start. Miss GC should be here. See if she's not wine hungover. She definitely should be good after a week. But you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being part of this. Make sure you share it with your friends, whatever. Jamie, Kazooie, I think you're the only ones here. You guys take care. Don't get in any trouble. Jamie, you need to get laid, I think. If you need help with that, let us know.
We got you covered.
Pretty good at it.
I know so many.
I will fly out to Seattle and be a wingman because I'm a pretty badass wingman. But
I'm not a great wingman, but I can get the ladies drunk once they come over.
Yeah, we can pay for the drinks and just get her to like stop thinking.
I can feed them fruity shit that has way more alcohol than they realize. Just anyway.
Can you get some moonshine? All right, get some moonshine, Jamie. Have fun. Moonshine's good. Don't get those weird moonshine cherries that they sell in the store. They're terrible. Oh, you need like homegrown shit. That stuff's the best. All right, I'm gonna sip. See you later, guys. Peace. We done.